welcome to the next episode of the Deicide Wars. I can't even remember what happened last week, so I'm going to hand you over to our GM Bryce.
Alright, welcome. So last session, you guys made your way into town in the Banner Accord. You delivered a load of supplies to the Fish's Tail Inn. Geode was attempting to remain unnoticed, but failed in the bustling party that was happening in the tavern that you guys were in. Before long, Bilious Wayfair, your dad, kicked in the door and charged in to find his son, and swept up everyone, insisting that you all stay at his place that night, wanting to catch up with his boy. Later on into the evening, after you guys had started to get settled down, the alarms started going off. The beacon flare on the edge of town lit up, and you found out that Briar Bay was under attack off to the west. You guys were dropping offline. Excellent.
Oh.
Uh-oh. There you go.
I just saw that as soon as I moved.
Yeah. The house got struck by lightning.
Uh-oh. Scared-yo. Alright, to the viewers, we might have some internet connection issues today, so we'll try.
What happened with those guys, I wonder?
Keep it rolling.
The house exploded.
Who have you lost?
Grant and Beck dropped offline at the same time.
Oh.
There's Beck back.
They're back again.
They're back. Well, one of them's back.
Yeah, no, because I'm using my phone internet. Grant's having trouble with the Wi-Fi.
Okay, that's right.
Yeah,
I'll crack on.
Emma's having a bit of a panic attack because we turned off a TV.
Sweet mother of God. Right, so you were essentially press-ganged into assisting the town with a promise of 50 gold pieces each, because Bilious is on the town council, and he has that ability. So you sailed to the west to Briar Bay, where the keep was under attack, making your way in through the basement, up through the bottom floor, finding some survivors, engaging in combat with some of those armoured greenskin individuals, killing one of them as they tried to waylay you, making it up to the roof finally, right in time for you to see the remaining armoured individuals teleport out with a group of captives. Out of those rifts, a bunch of Slart appeared and attacked instantly. With the help of 4 of those golden armoured soldiers who had ridden to assist the town, you dispatched the Slard, handed over the situation at the keep to the crew of the Maelstrom as they just rocked up, and made your way back to the Banner Accord. After a long day of travelling on the road in through the town, probably a bit of seasickness by some members, sailing on a boat for, I guess, the first time for Elspeth, and first time for probably a few others, you collapse back into your beds for a well-earned night's rest where you are leveled up. So you awake. Looks like Grant's back.
Huh?
You awake the next morning in your beds in Bilious's shipyard slant house, separated off into individual rooms, some nicer than others. Geode in your old bed that you're probably a little bit too tall for nowadays. The sound of seagulls outside and the sea breeze blowing in through the window, gently bringing you to consciousness. And I'll just drag everyone across to the map. Am I too bright, am I? A bit tired after the late night. Some of you stiff and sore after the beating you took. You eventually rouse yourselves awake, and one by one, 2 by 2s, make your way out to the kitchen where you had dinner last night, the large kitchen. As you're making your way in, you can see there's a young water Genasi man working at the large stovetop. As you come in, he looks over your shoulder, the first of you, and just tips his head back in greeting. Goes, "Morning all, breakfast will be up shortly." Goes back to cooking up something on the stove. You can see he looks like he's just gotten out of the shower, pretty much. You can see beads of moisture collecting on his skin, this bluish tinted skin, not tainted. Hair slick back, looks like it's wet. And if any of you guys get close to him, you can smell the salty ocean water seems to be stronger around him. This guy's just getting the doggos inside. And before long, he presents you a few trays and bowls around the table that you're seated at. It's fairly simple fare. You've got some porridge that he's cooked up with some dried fruits and a plate of some smoked fish of some sort, some chunks of cheese and some fairly tough bread. Whoever's closest to the window, look outside and you can see Bilius, not wearing his pirate's hat or anything. He's just out the back throwing up off the side into the water. Just roar! And then eventually he comes back in, wiping his mouth. He goes, "Arr, arr, I'm getting too old for this adventure, and well, breakfast up, isn't it?" And he starts digging into food. So what would you all like to be doing?
I would like to speak to my sidekick, the competent one.
Which one's that? Your not Maximus. What's his name?
So Magnus is the competent one.
Magnus, yes.
I've got the muscle, the brains, and the beauty. I want to tell the brains to send the beauty to send some food out to my new servant that's outside the town.
Tell the brains to get the beauty to send. Wait, who's going outside the town?
Ariadne is going to go outside of town and take a food parcel to. I can't remember his name.
His name was. Where'd he go? I wrote it down. Marco.
That's the one.
She's like, oh, no worries. I'll wrap something up. And she grabs a bit of basket and loads in some breads and cheeses and some dried meats. Gives you a kiss on the cheek and makes her way out of town to go find Marco.
Excellent.
This guy's outside playing with Freya. She's being very cute. Yep. Freya is insisting on playing. She's being very cute and precious. But as you guys are finishing your breakfast up, towards the end of breakfast, you hear a knock on the door. And a young boy just lets himself in. Oh, Freya's fighting with Moose's precious big furry duck. He's so cute. Fighting nicely with him, play fighting. Sorry, I'm very distracted. She looks like a bear with a beautiful fur. What was I saying? Yeah, so a young boy just lets himself in and comes up to Azzoth, comes up to you. He goes, "Hey, mister, the shiny guy's asked me to give you this," and he hands you a slip of paper folded in half.
Thank you. I'll just open it up and have a look.
As you take it out of his hand, he sits there with his hand held open in front, looking expectantly at you.
The money will be from the Shining Men.
What's that? Say again?
The Shining Men will pay you.
They said you give me a coin for delivering it.
That's not my concern. Shining Men will pay you.
Oh.
He goes over the table and puts a dried apricot in his hand. That's been stuck.
Looks at you, looks at the apricot, and he goes, shrugs, sticks it in his mouth, and walks out. Grant, give me an insight check.
Insight. What's the insight? 4. 1d20 plus 17.
17? Yeah, 100%. He was just trying to shake you down for some extra money. You get the feeling that they probably had already paid him, and he's trying to get a little bit of extra something on the side. But he happily enough takes the apricot and skips his way back out the door. And I'll show you what he gave you. Yeah, hopefully everyone can see that. Can you read that out for us, Grant?
Yeah. I request your party's company at Deicid's farmhouse. We have some questions about last night's attacks and would appreciate your perspective. Apologies for not coming in person, but we're not welcome in the town limits. From the Shining Legion. Signed E.
That's not dodgy at all.
But who's around me now? So did you walk off? Lamb?
Nah, he sent one of his assistants off.
Okay, well, I'll show you the letter. Well, I've just read it out loud, so I'll ask you, what do you think? Do you think we should go see this Shining Legion?
Probably worth a go. What do other people think?
What do we know about the Shining Legion at the moment? Do we know?
Well, the warriors, they took down the other giant frog.
Yep, okay. I just wasn't sure if we learnt anything else.
I think you had heard before that they were... Right, where were we? So we were just talking about Azzoth. Yeah, you're feeling pretty damn crook yesterday, and putting 2 and 2 together with your previous experience, it's a fair bet that you may have one of those slugs inside of you.
So I tell Elspeth this. I said,
Yep.
you fixed it up last time. Can you fix it again?
I'll fix you up again.
Waited on her.
No?
Yeah, we did that on Elspeth, so it was Esme that did the surgery.
It was me.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Do you want to do it again?
Sure.
Okay. I don't need to be held down this time. I'm not weak like Elspeth.
Hey, I'm not weak. No, Emma, you're wasting a lot of pages. Can you stop, please?
All right.
I'll cut myself open, yeah.
Bilius helps clear the table. He's like, "Ah, good old surgery. I like this. This is going to be interesting. You sure you don't want to bite down on this bit of leather there, boy?"
Nah, I'm good. I'll just bite on my tongue.
Yeah, all right. Here, lay down on this table. He'll clear the table off for you to lay down. So, who's making the medicine check?
Me.
Is anyone assisting?
I can assist.
Yeah, Esme.
No
Elspeth.
worries.
Yep.
Right, so Esme, medicine check at advantage because you got some assistance there.
I'm going to get the ready to hold him down if he does make a move.
No worries.
I'm holding on to my axe.
He's going to swing that thing if this goes.
It's for luck.
I got to try and stop it before he swings it.
It's for luck.
Oh,
Right.
wow, man.
Give me the roll.
15.
Oh, nice. So you pull out one of your daggers and feel around, palpitating where he got hacked open. You feel a little bit of a twitch of movement under the skin, and just quickly make a small incision, open it up, and Elspeth, you see a little slug thing worming its way, and you quickly duck your fingers forward and snatch it out of the wound before it can crawl back in deeper, and you have one of those nasty little slug things wriggle around in your grip.
Who wants to go fishing?
Oh.
We have bait.
Sorry. That was intelligent. Don't worry about it.
Bilius will reach over with his claw and he hooks it nimbly out of your hand, spearing it onto the claw. He's like, "Arr, this may be good bait. I'll give it to one of the lads, and they can see what they can catch with this horrible little thing. It's kind of slimy, though. What a weird little creature. Here.
You.
Do you want some fishing line? We can sew you up, boy."
Yeah.
Fine,
We'll
Gurgy.
Hello, Gurgy. Gurgy's sitting on the table, around, poking at the wound with his dirty monkey fingers. You may get infected a little bit.
What does a monkey say, Emma?
Yeah. Ooh, ooh, ah, ah. Jams. Gurgy jams his finger into the wound. Anyway, what were we also talking about? The Shining Legion as well. So yeah, you guys had not had too much to do with them before. Esme had traded them for a book earlier before she met all of you guys. So she'd visited one of their keeps, one of their watchtowers in the Lasana forest.
Yeah.
And she'd been let into there. But other than that, you guys haven't had too much personal experience with them, other than them assisting in the battle last night.
It wasn't their camp that we saw on the road? Was it one of their camps?
The destroyed camp?
Yeah.
Didn't see any sign of them, it looked like some sort of other travelers, but there was
Okay.
no one there when you had got there. Just a lot of blood and I think a dead body from memory.
Cool.
But yeah, nothing that would indicate that it was their camp.
Mhm.
Well, I think we should go. They might have some more interesting books.
Yeah, sounds good.
I'm happy with that. Get some training.
Geode, so you know that the Deicide farmhouse is over here. A dragon runs you across.
Mhm.
On the edge of town. You know, they're a bit of a weird family. They're pretty much the only ones that go outside of the town limits at night. It's a pretty dangerous area since the end of the war, and you know the local vicinity isn't as heavily patrolled as what it used to be. So various monsters are known to be roaming along the plains, and the Deicides, they're a bit of a weird bunch, but harmless, and they do a lot of farming of the vegetables for the town.
What are we doing with them? Sorry, I might have missed that.
So the letter that you guys got said that they were staying at the farmhouse. This letter, Grant.
Okay.
has.
So the people who gave us the letter are staying there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Gotcha.
it's not too far away.
They're pretty much right on the edge of the town.
All right. Yeah. So I'll just relay the information. Just say it's a farm on the outskirts of town. They're staying at. Yeah. All right.
Do we roll?
Yes.
Yep. We can go.
Come, Gurgi.
I will leave Magnus and Paul to pack the wagon.
No worries. So they'll go through and start packing up all of your belongings and neatening up and just having a general chat. Bilius seems to be just talking the ear off of Magnus.
We had a long rest, didn't we?
Yep, this is the next morning.
Oh, okay. I need to fix my hit points.
Yeah, you guys have full health. Actually, Esme, roll a 1d4 for me as well.
Sure.
Triangular pointy one.
Hang on. I don't.
2.
I'll just redrag in your character for a second. Azzoth, you take. Oh no, I added 2 Azzoth there. Geode, there we go. You take 2 points of damage from
That's
the
better,
cut
yeah.
across you.
You're doing medicine surgery.
Yeah, from the surgery. They did a pretty good job though and staunched the wound nice and quick, but you still lost a little bit of blood.
No, she heard me. Yeah.
But you don't go into a rage because it's not an enemy hurting
Not
you,
enemy.
so-
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
Anyway, so you guys make your way across town. Seems to be a fairly quiet morning. There's only a few people out and about in the street. You catch that maybe a lot of the crew has loaded up and may still be helping out Briar Bay down the coast. But you get to the edge of the town. You can see the sturdy palisade walls. They're built up to the edges and built into this large farmhouse. Now you can see, hopefully everyone can see it on the map here.
They haven't dragged their characters over yet.
Yeah, I've dragged everyone's view, so they should be able to see it though.
Okay.
Hopefully. Oh, did someone drop?
Thank you.
We lost.
I think it's back.
No, Beck's back. Cool.
Oh, there we go. It's working again.
So, as you approach, sitting on the back porch, you see a hulking man squinting in the sun. He's got a massive crossbow sitting across his lap, a straw hat, a wide-brimmed straw hat pulled down low over his eyes, a straw of some sort, like a stick, a stalk of wheat, coming out from between his lips. And he's just sitting there gently rocking back and forth on a battered old rocking chair. Just in there.
So you use your country bumpkin.
Who's that?
Yeah, very very country bumpkin-esque looking dude.
Yeah, Bryce is eating a pen. Yes, he is.
Imagine it's a straw of wheat in my mouth.
Straw of wheat and that. Okay.
Very fitting.
Gurgi relates to physical items, not imaginary.
And as you all approach, he just looks up at you, squinting in the morning sun. He goes, "Day out back, in the barn," and just points his head towards an iron reinforced gate just on the side of the townhouse there.
I'll give him a hand in acknowledgement and just keep going.
He just
Thanks.
nods.
Yep.
Yeah. nods and grunts at ya. Continues on rocking, just looking out.
Say what?
He just grunts, doesn't seem to be much of a talker.
So this one here, you were saying?
Yep, so as you get out through the palisade, you can see it opens up. You can see a bunch of fields off to the west, and then the rest of it is just open grassland, pretty much as far as the eye can see as you're outside the town boundaries. But you can see two very large, heavily constructed... Why is she upside down?
I was just about to say that.
You can see two large, heavily constructed barns, built of just thick wooden posts hammered into the ground, slate roofs covering them over. The closest one to you, you can see, has its large doors hanging open. You can see a few figures moving around in the gloom inside.
All right.
Question before we enter the barn to the company. How the hell did these guys get here, and why are they here?
What, in the barn?
Yeah, we fought the toad things up the coast and had to travel by ship to get there.
Did they show
They're
their
fine.
wings?
Must have ridden pretty hard through the night to get here. So why
They
are
had
they in the
wings,
barn?
didn't they?
Did they show their wings when they were talking to us before we got on the boat?
Yeah, you saw they had flown up from the ground up onto the top of the keep when you guys were fighting. But they also had a bunch of horses.
I dare say, going after Geode's father, they don't really like what they call them, internals or something.
Celestials.
Celestials. Yeah, they don't like them, so that's probably why they're not welcome in town.
Yeah, no, I get why they're not welcome in town. It's more, why have they travelled all the way up the coast and gone into the farm?
Stop trying to break the laws of physics. It's a story. It happens.
No, I always work with physics. It was about an hour's...
Someone
No, it's a valid question. It was an hour's sailing time for you guys to get there.
Hey, something flying would be faster than something in a boat.
Well, no, it's because they've got horses, so it's more they must have ridden through the night. So what they must all talk to us about must be important. Is what I'm getting.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
You know, they have ridden through the night to get here.
I'm just gonna knock on the door. If it's obviously important, let's go in.
Yep, the door's sitting up open, and as you approach, getting closer, looking within, you can see a handful of those heavily armored, golden armored figures. All in all, looking in there, you can see 6 men and 3 women, all in that solid golden plate armor, and they're just moving around. They seem to be packing some bags. Some of them are starting to saddle up some of their horses. And as you approach, you get a good look at them. They've taken their helmets off now. You can see all of them. They're all just over 6 feet tall, quite powerfully built. Golden hair, neatly trimmed and pushed back away from their faces. And striking orange eyes, almost glowing with their brightness. The closest one to you heaves his saddle up onto the side of a pen containing a massive warhorse, also bedecked in that heavy golden armor. And he sees you at the door, and he settles his saddle onto the side of the fence and turns and approaches you with a nod.
I'll just say...
Slightly intimidated and would like to cast Mage Armor at this point.
As he's coming, he'll be like, we received your letter. Who was it given to? Grant?
Me. Yeah.
Are you by the door as well?
Yeah, I've come in.
I'll point to Grant. We received your letter.
And as he approaches, he sees Esme casting Mage Armor, and his hand goes to his sword for a second until he recognizes what spell you're casting. He just goes, "Hey, it's all right. It's all right. Don't stress yourselves. Thank you for coming. Sorry to ask you to come out here, but we're not exactly welcome in town. We didn't really get to introduce ourselves properly last night. My name is Sergeant Ezekiel, and this is my squad. members of Echo Company of the Daylight Legion. May I ask your names?
I'm Geode.
And he holds his hand out to shake your hand.
I'll give it a shake. Do I feel anything coming from it?
Give me an insight check if you want. What are you trying to get a read of?
I don't know. Just like if he's got any like energy.
Okay, yeah, just insight check.
Yeah. 16. No, sorry, 15.
Nothing out of the usual. It's a powerful grip, big manly handshake, quite well calloused. And this close, you can see numerous just little nicks and scars over his face. Looks like he's got another larger scar at the base of his neck, going down to his armor. You can tell he's been through the wars, but you don't get any malevolence or magic feeling coming off of him.
All right, cool. I'll just step back and let the next person introduce themselves.
I'll shake his hand. I'll tell him I'm Staff Sergeant Azzoth, Blog. But you
fellow
probably know that.
Pleasure to meet you. And he squeezes your hand tighter. Give me a athletics check.
11.
You're neck and neck, so both manly squeeze, but no one seems to crack each other's hands. With a nod, pleasure to meet you. Always happy to meet another soldier. Well done last night. I saw some of you fighting.
Thank you.
Turns to who's next.
I'm Elspeth, a reader of books, a studier of things.
All right, more educated. Might get on with our squad mage over there, Olzabard. He's always got his head stuck in a book. But pleasure to meet
my
you.
cape has to be billowing as well. Don't forget. Magnificently billowing.
Glorious and dignified. And looking over his shoulder, the way he pointed, you can see another one of the armored individuals, a slightly darker tan than the rest, maybe a little bit taller and a little bit leaner. He looks over at the mention of his name and gives you a nod.
I'll give him a nod. Yeah.
He continues on, and you can see he's packing a couple of books into some saddlebags. Next.
I keep my hands in my pockets because I've seen this lot all squeezing each other's hands. I've no intention of getting broken hands.
Or COVID.
I sort of nod at him. I'm Idrach. I'm wondering why we're here.
As you don't take the preferred hand, he presses his hand to his chest and just gives you a slight head nod bow.
I will return it with a very courtly bow.
He looks at
Which,
you.
given my stuffy attire, just looks a bit odd.
And he looks at you closely. He goes, "Who?"
Why? What? How? There are many questions here. I say in a very sarcastic and condescending voice.
He goes, "All right. You don't need to tell us." And what else did you say? Sorry.
He didn't. He was just being a pain in the butt.
No, that's right. Right.
Okay, no.
And he turns to Esme, the last
Yeah.
one.
Okay.
Holds out his hand.
Sorry, I missed that, Bryce.
And he turns to Esme and holds out his hand to her.
I'm not feeling as apprehensive anymore, so I shake his hand. I go, sorry about whole spell thing earlier. A little bit nervous.
That's quite all right. We understand. Some people get nervous around our kind. Given the war and all, it's understandable. But yeah, thank you all for coming out to meet us and talk with us. We're just curious. We've had our after-action report on our way back here, and there's some strange things that were happening in the fights last night. But your team, you were the first on scene. We're hoping you could tell us what you saw before we arrived.
your interest in this matter?
Well, generally we're not particularly worried about the goings on of normal mortals, but as soon as we were in town and the alarm went off, we thought we would assist, try to make ourselves more accepted by some of these local townsfolk. So we rode to their aid, just to see if we could help out. But there's some interesting things that we noticed last night. Those armored individuals. Have you had anything to do with them before, by any chance?
Which
No.
armored ones?
Well,
We've seen some people we suspect might have been them previously, but we have no confirmation.
interesting, because we talked to headquarters last night, and we believe those creatures, those humanoids, a race that we haven't seen around since the Divine Gates were closed. We think they're called Githyanki. They're not from this plane of existence, which is interesting. There must be a enclave of them on here, but
Do you have any more information on them in case we have to encounter them in our travels once more?
personally, we don't know too much, and the messages we could exchange with headquarters were fairly short.
But
But what I've
25
heard,
words?
about 25 words or so, you might say, exactly. But they're what was referred to as planar raiders. They have enclaves on the prime material plane, as it were, but mostly they exist on some of the other planes of existence, and they used to send raiding forces to take prisoners, take valuables, but we haven't seen them since the Divine Gates were closed. But when they teleported out, our mage here, Zabard, he strongly believes that planar magic was involved, which should be impossible. They shouldn't be able to break through to the other planes of existence anymore.
I'm going to take out my pouch of collected crystally stuff, and I'm just like, I gathered these from the spots where they disappeared from, and I'll just hand it out to him.
He takes it in his hand and opens a pouch.
Not sure if it means anything.
Magics aren't exactly my forte. Zabard, come over here.
I think magic is my forte.
And one of his other soldiers comes over, the one that was packing the books, and he hands it over to him. He inspects it, pinches it between his fingers. You can see he pulls out a pearl out of his one of his pouches, and does cast some arcane rituals. He looks back up at Son Ezekiel, and he's like, "Well, there's nothing particularly magic about this, but I'm getting some sort of planar energy off of it, and some sort of maybe necromantic energy coming off of it. It's hard to tell. It definitely looks like it's being used for a magical spell, but I don't know what. Interesting." And hands it back to you, Geode. Definitely interesting, though.
Did you want to keep the samples to study further?
Oh yes, that would maybe the Mage General might be able to make something of this. Yes, if I could keep some of that, that'd be greatly appreciated.
Yeah, sure, no problems.
Here, let me just get one of my own vials. He jogs over to his saddlebags and comes back with a small glass vial and takes a few pinches of the dust into there and stoppers it. And he walks away, kind of studying it and inspecting it more.
Cool. Yep, that's...
What do you know of the frog things?
Those things, I'm not sure what they are. I've seen various abominations and monstrosities in my time. We're not quite sure of what they are. Have you had any experience with those ones before? You seemed quite adept at fighting them.
Did we kill it or did it run away last time?
You guys killed them. So you killed a red slide and a blue slide, and they killed a red one.
Yeah, but I mean, when we first encountered in the forest, we killed the red one.
Yeah, you killed a red one
Okay,
there and
yeah.
a couple of the tadpoles as well.
Yeah. Cool.
Go and study them.
Yeah.
I went to go and study
Hey?
them.
You
Let's
dropped
fix it.
away.
You broke out. Say again.
I know about these slags from studying the tadpoles that they're from another plane of existence.
Huh. That's interesting. It lines up with the Githyanki. It's interesting. They're quite tough individuals. They seem to heal as we were cutting them, but managed to cut them down. They leave quite a mark when they cut you open. That's for sure. Clean through one of my soldiers' armor. Managed to penetrate the plate, which doesn't happen often.
Might be worth checking them for infection.
Oh, is this is that something likely with these creatures in your experience?
They implant the tadpoles.
We've
Mm.
had to
Extract.
extract them from both
Huh. That's
Elspeth and Aasimar.
it's good to know. We'll check out Maris. We finish. That's good to know. Good to know. Thank you.
Do we actually know if it's the bite that transfers or the claw that transfers it yet? Or
The claws in the dissection, Esme had found essentially egg sacs in the hands with can't remember the exact medical terminology, but you know, tubes that run into the claws where they can implant through from those egg sacs in the hands.
So you might be able to mention that to them that it's transferred through claw attacks.
Yep.
Yeah.
Otherwise known as they're icky.
Icky. Yeah, that's for sure.
The
Strange creatures.
technical term.
Well, I'll be sure to read up once we get back to our library at the Prime Hold. Right, this internet dropped.
Sorry, viewers. Yeah,
everyone's
we're
struggling.
having a lot of internet issues in Sydney at the moment. It's raining and everyone's inside
There is.
and we're in lockdown,
It was us.
so we're all competing.
Everyone's competing for the very. I'm pretty sure there's only like 3 internet accounts in the entirety of Australia that have to get shared around.
Yeah, I'm using my mobile now again because our internet.
Oh,
Are you
no.
connecting, Grant? Sorry, guys.
No, don't
That's
be-
all good. Good. Can he
Keep
still
it
hear you through your
NBN.
computer?
No, I'm on my phone.
Oh, no dramas. That's right. We'll give it a minute.
My connection to the server has been interrupted. Anything you do right now
Oh,
will
no.
attempt to send when you get back online.
That's right. We don't exactly need Roll20 for anything particular at the moment.
Yeah.
So, as long as your voice is working, that's the important thing. But yeah, we'll give
The
Grant a
NBN's out.
Oh, really? Do you guys want to
our
just
NBN's
gather
out.
around your phone and share?
Yeah, I have to gather around my phone.
You got your dice? They got their dice.
Okay, great. We'll just have to use my phone.
That's all good. We can make do.
Yeah.
We can make do.
Bryce,
Yes?
is this something that me and Elspeth could help the Shining Legion with? Is checking over their personnel for infection and
Yeah, if you want to offer.
yeah. Is that
Dungeons do feel.
something that they would like assistance with since we have knowledge about it?
It'll just cost 1 golden plate armor per person.
Yeah, turns to you, Esme, and like, yeah, if you have expertise, that we appreciate. You can point us out what we're looking for. Mr. Azzoth, apologise, but we can't give you any of our armor. That is very specifically for the Daylight Legion soldiers. I'm sorry about that.
Actually, Azzoth, while they're talking more stuff here, if we're finished, we could go sell off some of that gear that we need to get rid of.
Yeah, the sword and
The other
Yeah,
armor,
the half-plate,
half
yeah.
plate, yeah.
And we've got that chainmail from previous as well, or something.
oh, they both have chainmails. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a lot of weight.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's plenty of time to do shopping
Oh, okay.
if you guys want. Well, you can just leave if you want, or you can stay and talk. But yeah, just to keep things moving along, Morris will come over and a couple of them give it assistance, taking his breastplate off, and you can see on his breastplate as well, there's a bit of a shinier patch where it looks like the metal might have been torn open and then recently repaired. You can see some slowly healing scars coming down from his shoulder onto his chest. And as he takes his armor off, he is, ripped, muscly, just an absolute specimen of a dude.
Whoa.
Nicely tanned skin, which is strange because they seem to spend most of their time in armor, but he's got, beautifully tanned skin. Does that little peck dance?
Just showing off a little.
Just showing off a little bit. Gives Esme a wink. Like,
I'm very happy to perform surgery on you.
and if you can palpitate, testing around, and yeah, for a second there you feel what feels like a little bit of movement underneath his skin, near where the scars are.
Okay.
What would you like to do? You're very broken.
People to hold him down as we cut it out.
Does he want to be held down?
Ezekiel just goes on the ground, Morris, and kneels on one of his hands. And
I'll step on his other hands.
no worries. And Azzoth steps on the other, and he just bites down onto a belt, gives a nod to you, Esme.
Okay, so I do a medicine check.
Yep, at advantage.
Good eye, good eye.
16.
16?
Yeah.
Beautiful. So yeah, you're starting to get pretty damn good at this. And with a quick little incision, reaching in with your fingers, recognize that these things seem to try to burrow deeper when they're trying to get extracted. Grab hold of its tail and pull it out. And the bard appears next to you with a little glass vial. He's like, "Ooh, that's. Do you mind if I could take that as a sample as well? Our mages would be very interested in studying this. This is interesting."
I think Esme should have proficiency in this surgery now. She's done it 3 times.
Yeah, she's starting to get pretty damn good at rolling pretty damn high. You've got proficiency in medicine? Esme? You do?
Yes, she does.
Okay, cool. I'm going to say, because you've had 3 really solid rolls in a row for these, for any future medicine checks for extracting slard, I'll let you add an extra +2 to them.
Oh,
Nice.
Because, yeah, you've been rolling really nicely. You're getting quite expert at this.
Skills. They're multiplying.
Yeah, on that I can do, yes.
just write it in the book for that.
Was it just the one guy that got hit, or was there?
Yeah, just the one guy that got a deep enough slash. At least that you've got told about.
Cool.
And yeah, Zabard, he asks if you can, if he can take the tadpole for further study.
Go for it. I don't want to see any more of these.
Pulls it up and looks at it, like, this is very, very interesting. Give me a second. And he pops back into his saddlebag and comes back with a small glass vial with some blue liquid in it. You've helped a lot, and maybe saved us from a lot of heartache. Here, I'd appreciate it if you had this. It's a potion of lesser restoration.
Nice.
Oh, sorry?
Potion of lesser
Potion
restoration.
of lesser restoration. It's usually good for healing diseases like this. We carry them on our patrols for just this occasion. So if you run into any more of these creatures and can't get the slug out, maybe, not sure, but maybe this might be able to help as well. But you should hold on to it just in case.
Thank you.
And Morris gets up and just presses his hand to his own chest, and you can see a glow of radiant light, and the small incision heals over pretty much instantly, just leaving a very, very slight white scar. 1 second. So Moose was just standing there with his legs stretched out behind him on the lounge and his front legs on the floor. And Ezekiel comes back. He goes, "You all seem to be to hold yourselves high. I'd give me a moment." And he pulls out a fresh piece of parchment and quickly pens a note on there and hands it over to you, Azzoth, the fellow soldier. And I'll just put it up what it says. So everyone should be able to see that. Essentially, it's a letter of recommendation. So it says, Colonel Bohan, sir, the bearers of this document were witnessed by myself, Sergeant Ezekiel, Echo Company, Daylight Legion, to hold themselves with glory and military prowess on the field of battle. They fought bravely to assist civilians during an attack by a numerically superior force. I give them my recommendation, a request that they be given secure, and the offer of contract work by members of the Legion. Sincerely, Sergeant Ezekiel, 3rd Squad, 1st Platoon, Echo Company, Daylight Legion.
Yes, Jeb, he does still have it.
Jeb loves it. And he motions for Zillard to come over and hands him a small rod of wax. But clicks his finger and you see a small flame flicker out the end of his finger. He melts a blob of wax onto the letter, rolls it up and presses his finger into it. And you see he's got a large symbol on one of the rings on his finger, and he impressions a wax seal onto the side of it and then hands the letter over to you guys. Because if you ever end up needing assistance or end up up in the prime hold, we'd be happy to have you assist. Some of our majors, they regularly hire contractors who are capable and can hold themselves. So we always pay good money, and we'd happily have you aboard.
Sounds good.
Excellent.
With that, you should nod, and so we need to get moving. We're going to head back north ourselves. Thank you for your assistance and information. Is there anything else you'd like to know from us before we mount up?
Do we need to know where they're situated, or was that in the note?
I think they might show you previously, but I'll show you guys.
Okay.
And he will pull out his map and point it out. There's, the prime hold is up to the north, past the plains and the desert. It's a bit of a journey. We kind of use it as a testing ground. Generally, if mercenaries can make it up to the hold, they're worthy of and capable enough to be hired for further expeditions. And
The place that they told me about last week, was it?
Yeah. So they mentioned it in the brief conversation you guys had.
Yep.
Yeah. Anything that you can't take care of yourselves, and honestly, any information about if you run into any more these Githyanki or any sort of other celestial being. And Azzoth, you were talking about the God of Vengeance as well. I briefly recall last night.
Yeah, I believe you told me that you knew where they all went.
Well, yeah, we had some evidence that he'd been spotted on the plains around here. And that's what we're actually doing down here. We've been searching for any sign of him. But every time we seem to get close, he disappears again. So we're going to head back and report to hire. Maybe switch out with another squad.
Do they have any way of contacting them if they wanted further information? Or just by bird?
We've met them. Elspeth should be able to contact them if we need to.
Okay.
At high enough level. Yeah, you're level 5. I'm pretty sure you can
We're high
prepare
enough level.
sending.
Okay, yep.
Yeah.
Cool. I just...
He says, yeah, we usually use these, and he takes out, you can see a small stone hanging just inside of his armor. Usually we use these sending stones to communicate with higher when we need to. But judging from some of the magic that we saw last night, not the tall friend there, I believe that she can probably access some of those same enchantments.
Okay.
But anything else? If not, we'll mount up.
I can't think of
I think
anything
I'm good.
else.
Any questions, Elspeth?
It's been a pleasure, and hopefully we see you up at the Prime Hold. Travel safe.
Thank you.
Yeah.
They finished packing the travel bags, saddling up the horses, and with practiced expertise, they start leading their horses out and start to ride down south outside of the walls onto the main road, and before long they're trotting off into the distance. What would you all like to do? I believe you wanted to go shopping?
Yeah, I need to sell off a whole bunch of stuff, and Grant as well.
Mhm.
And what was the armor that you picked up last week?
Yeah, I think it was half plate. Then I've got to sell my old chainmail.
We might be able to get that repaired enough, or if we want to use it, or...
The half plate was in pretty good nick still. You guys had chopped up the owner of it,
okay.
but your shots have mostly missed the plate. So yeah,
that's
it's
right,
in
we were
pretty
trying
good
to
nick.
turn it
Cleaning
into-
the blood off, it'll probably be saleable for full price, or whatever you can get.
Alright. Well, I'm assuming that we've cleaned up half of the stuff last night, or on the way back from the
Yeah,
boat.
just need to wipe the blood off, and
Yeah.
that's easy enough to do.
Cool.
Right, so you want to head to the blacksmith, you
Jem.
said?
Yeah, we're down the blacksmith and try to sell it there.
Jim's very aroused by the moustache.
Have your previous suits of armor to sell as well. You didn't sell them in Swamp Town
Yeah.
because maybe they're war armor.
We couldn't sell them in the Frog Town, the other town, because they didn't have... They were just selling hide stuff and low priced. I think we tried.
Yeah, that's what he just said.
Ah.
So you can probably sell it here, maybe.
Yeah, that's what we were going to do.
Cool.
I've got a shield as well I could sell.
Yeah, so I've got the old chainmail, the second greatsword that we picked up, and a shield.
No worries. So you make your way just across to town, over the other side here. I believe that's what I had labelled as the blacksmiths. But as you approach, you can hear a hammer clinging away on an anvil, some smoke coming out of the chimney. And it's got an open section, the front, not rollers, but all the front shutters are lifted up, and you can see into the blacksmith shop in there. As you approach, you can see a large, burly-shouldered Earth Genasi, shirtless with just very, very dark, rocky skin, hammering away on an anvil. Looks like he's just hammering on a glowing piece of steel at the moment. You can't see what he's trying to shape at the moment. He's probably just started on it.
And yours, Geode?
Say what?
Is a friend of yours?
Do I recognize him?
You've seen him around. You haven't talked to him much. You think his name was Basalt?
Basalt.
Yeah, he's-
Basalt.
Not
Basalt.
bath salt, basalt.
Alright. Yeah, I'll stroll up and I'll be like, I'll knock on the window or the stall door that's open.
So he's a bit of an airhead.
He's not an air Genasi, he's an earth Genasi.
It's a bit of an air. Sorry, it's a geology joke. It's a bit of an airhead because basalt's there.
Oh,
I
okay.
love it.
I'm sorry. I'll go back in my box.
He might get that joke a lot. He's probably a little bit touchy about the subject.
And since I recognise it, I most probably had some dealings with him earlier on just to get the light armor and stuff. And I'll be like, "Hey, Bessel, I got some stuff to sell for you." Well,
He turns around and he's like, "Hey, Geode! Give me a second. Give me a second." He just finishes his last couple of hammer blows and sticks it back into the coals just off the side of the fire, so it's not going to overheat.
I'll peek away. What are you making?
Oh, we were just making some door hinges and stuff. Nothing interesting today. Just the average work, Nothing interesting. Nothing interesting. What can I do you for? I heard you're gone back into town.
Yeah.
What can I do you for? Making, selling, buying.
Well, we're selling for now, and do you have any good stuff for us to buy on hand?
I've only got the normal sort of stuff around. Nothing super interesting. Actually though, I did hear that old Leroy. I don't know if you've met him around. He came around a couple of months ago after you'd already left. I heard he's back in town. Usually sets up in the main square. Yeah, he's usually got some shiny little things. But we got armor, we got weapons. Got some nice javelins that I just finished hammering out the other day. If you're interested in javelins, what can I interest you in? Who are your friends?
Oh yeah, this is my mate Azzoth. Picked him up on the way here.
Oh, nice axe you got there. Can I have a look at it?
No, you cannot.
All right. Just asking. Beautiful piece of workmanship. I'll look at it, bud. Beautiful. Essentially, so we can keep moving. If you guys want to buy any additional weapons or armor, he's pretty much got anything you can ask for. And he'll
Mates rates.
give me a persuasion check at advantage if you want to sell or buy anything in particular. Just see what sort of
persuasion you said.
Yep, at advantage.
Okay. Nat 20.
Oh, nice. Yeah, so you and him, you've met before. He knows your dad. He works for your dad, and his dad regularly hires him. So quite a bit of money comes through the blacksmiths from your dad. So he'll give you, let's say 80% for anything that you're selling. So what are you guys wanting to buy? And I'll give you how much money you'll give for it.
All right.
I'm just going to sell a chainmail, splints, and a half plate.
So is chain shirt or chainmail?
Chainmail.
All right, chainmail. So he'll give you 70 gold pieces for that.
And a shield.
Shield. He'll give you 8 gold pieces for that.
And that dirty half plate.
It's like, oh, this is interesting one here. Where'd you get this one from? This is, he's tapping it. Interesting design. Leaves some really weird holes that I would think they'd want to protect like most of their body. That's odd.
Are you selling that? I thought you were going to wear it.
No, they had to look at it, and what they've got currently is probably higher.
Ah.
Yeah, half plate isn't that good if you don't have very high decks. If you got a couple of decks, it's not bad, but otherwise, some heavy
Medium armor.
Yeah, it's still medium armor, so it's not quite as good as some of the heavier armor. Because I think you got splint, don't you?
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, so that's.
Plus, I've got no decks, so it doesn't help.
Yeah, so it sums up because Sky and him both went over it, and they're better off selling it. Splints.
Okay.
Yeah, splint can give you the same armor class, but half
Nice,
plate is a crapload more expensive. So, and yeah, he'll give you 710 gold pieces for that half plate.
Shit.
Nice. On top of that,
Yeah, you see him. He's quite intrigued by it. It's an interesting piece of metal.
You'll have to tell me what you do with that.
Yeah, I can. I'll get back to you when you swing back on by. But that's my ideas.
Yeah.
That's my ideas.
Nice. Looking forward to seeing it. All right, and I've also got a chainmail shirt to sell.
1 second.
Sorry.
Chainmail shirt.
Yep.
So he'll give you 45 gold pieces for that.
No. So that's the 75, the same one as what Grant just sold.
Okay, yeah, cool. Another 70 then. So yeah,
Another.
that's chainmail. A chain shirt is medium armor. It's
Oh,
horrifically
yeah,
confusing.
sorry.
Yeah, he'll give you 70 for that.
A shield,
Yep, another 8 for that.
and then I've got that great sword we picked up. So it's costed at 50 on this, but I can't remember if it was it the Gith sword?
Yeah, that was the Gith Yankee.
You probably want to keep hold of the silver one.
Did that have any properties? Did we find out?
It's silver.
Yeah, it was silver, so it was a silver
Oh.
greatsword. Yeah, probably worth hanging on to if you want.
Can I see if we can melt the silver down and reform it over my greatsword? My current one, the sawtooth?
He's like, maybe. Pass it over here. Pass it here. Let me have a look at that thing. Let's see. And he'll has a look at it and inspect. He's like, I mean, it'll take me a couple of hours, but yeah, I could probably give it a good old crack. Yeah, give me a couple of hours and 50 gold pieces.
Yeah, sure. I think I've got 50 gold pieces. I'm not destroying out of context.
No, that's right. I think I can melt the steel off the outside of this thing and
Reform it around.
Reform it onto your jagged looking beast that you got back there.
Sweet. I'll hand him over 20 gold for now. And then I'll say I'll give the rest over on pickup.
Sounds fair, Geode. Right, let me get to it. Unless you guys want to buy anything else. But
Before you start, I'll buy a splint armor, a giant splint armor for a Firbolg. It's about 10 foot tall.
Can she wear heavy armor? Can she?
Yeah, she's a light cleric.
Done. He looks her up and down.
Light cleric.
Yeah, they can wear heavy.
Okay,
Yeah, he looks her up and down. He's like, yeah, I I've got to suit out the back. And I can do a bits and pieces for that. It'll be I can extend out the shoulders.
Wear armor.
You know what? I can probably take some of the shoulder pieces off of that half plate you had and fix it up. Give me come back this afternoon. I should be able to finish the splint and the sword by then. Give me 4 hours.
How much are you?
For Geode. 180 gold pieces.
150 it is.
Give me a persuasion check.
Okay. -2. There you go.
This is not going to go very well, Grant.
Oh.
180. That's my final offer.
Okay.
Otherwise, it may take it till tomorrow morning.
180 is fair.
All right. We'll swing on back through in a few hours' time, and I'll try to bang it out nice and quick.
Sweet, sounds good. Trying to think whether I want a javelin or not. I've got a crossbow.
I don't think you mentioned it.
Right, so
does he have the heavy crossbow?
Yep. You see, he's got a rack of various different weapons. Got a heavy crossbow there, and some quivers full of bolts.
Because I've already got a light crossbow. I'll just see if I can trade that in.
Sure. No dramas. What's the costing of those?
Oh, I didn't plus my extra coins.
Light crossbow is 25 gold.
Yep.
Oh, what's the matter, Freya? She's very angry about something.
Thunder, maybe?
50. So with the trade-in and your nat 20, 20 gold pieces for a heavy crossbow.
So hand over another 20?
Yep. Give him another 20 and hand in your old crossbow. He'll upgrade you.
Yep, no problems. I'll do that. Light crossbow remove. Money -20.
Gentle moose. Gentle bub.
-20.
Right. Anyone else buying any weaponry or armor?
Nope, I'm good.
Mhm.
Cool. And he mentioned that someone called Leroy is probably set up in the town square. If you go search for him.
Sorry, yeah, I'll let them know that. Hang on, sorry. Head to equipment. Oh, that's interesting. New mechanic that's just happened. All right. Yeah, so I'll let everyone know that there's a guy up in the square that Basalt says sells some interesting wares from outside.
Hello, Gergie.
Say hi, Bryce.
Hello.
No, Emma did not fix it. Emma's going to break it. Stop. No.
Emma's making the splint armor.
Gergie hops into the blacksmithery and starts attempting to assist.
I fixed that.
I fixed. Just starts throwing hammers across the place. And Basil's like, what? Why is there a monkey in here? Give me back my hammer! He's jumping up into the rafters. Gergie's like dangling a hammer above him.
All right, yeah. So do the other guys? Did Esme and Idrach follow?
Yeah. So if you
we're just hanging around.
Okay.
Want to
Up at the town square. I just
for
told
simplicity, we'll say everyone's sticking together.
Yeah. All right.
So as you guys make your way into the town square, you can see Leroy Jenkins. No. You can see a small crowd of people, like 5 or 6 people, gathered around another figure who's sitting on the ground with his back against the platform, just here, and you can see a small blanket laid out in front of him. And as you get closer, you see a slightly elderly dwarf with really dark skin, brown skin, a large flat nose, and you can see people just perusing, and he's got a series of various knickknacks and wares and stuff laid out on the blanket in front of him. And as you guys walk up, he just looking around, scanning the crowd, and sees your new faces come up, and he goes, "Good day, brother. How you going there?"
No.
Good day, mate. Hey, what can I do you for there? Hey, you're interested in some of my wares?
I hear you got some interesting wares.
Or the most interesting out there, brother. Here, we got one of these ones. And you can see he's pointing to some of the things, and you see there's a strange looking rod with these, look like octopus tentacles coming out of them. You can see a very nicely crafted shield, emblazoned with an eyeball on the front, a symbol of an eye, etched in gold and silver with some arcane ruins around it. You can see a heavy-duty looking ring, a potion, which looks like it's bubbling away, almost looks like it's boiling.
I'll point at the ring and go.
And a necklace, with a small heart shaped on it, a golden necklace.
I'll just point out to the objects, and I'm like, "What? Do you know what they do?"
Almost definitely. That one there is that's a tentacle rod. Essentially, so I can break the accent so I don't butcher too much. So for sale, he has a tentacle rod.
Yeah.
Essentially, you can use it to make an attack on a creature within 15 feet of you, and it'll take bludgeoning damage. And if you hit it with all 3 of the tentacles, essentially you can latch onto it.
Okay, and the rod just sort of wraps around it, kind of thing.
Yeah,
okay.
To grab onto things.
Huh.
He has the shield he points to is called a Sentinel shield. While you're using that shield, you have an advantage on initiative rolls and wisdom perception checks. The ring is a ring of free action, so difficult terrain doesn't cost you extra movement, and you can't be slowed down by magic. So magical paralysis or magical restraint won't slow you down.
Okay.
Makes you immune to it. The potion is a potion of heroism, So you gain 10 temporary hit points for an hour, and you are under the effects of the Bless spell.
Nice.
And finally, the Periapt of Health is the necklace. You're immune from contracting any disease, and if you're already infected with a disease, it suppresses the disease whilst you're wearing it.
I'll look to Esme and Elspeth and point at the necklace, and I'll be like, "Is this a good buy? How much are they worth? How much is that worth?"
Oh well, and that Periapt is a flesh one there. Be 150 gold pieces.
Do you think it's worth getting? Do we have everyone still online?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm still here. We're still here.
What does the necklace do again?
It makes you immune from contracting any diseases while you're wearing it. And if you're already infected by a disease, it'll suppress the disease as long as you're wearing it. It doesn't take attunement either.
That
Sounds alright. Is it worth it though?
For 150 gold.
I'll get it for you if you want it. I'll buy that.
No
Get it
worries.
to you.
That's quite. Does it work against things like axes?
Well, the axes, if they're diseased, I guess.
Yeah. So, if, for instance, they're cursing somebody.
Cursing them with a disease, for sure. 100%.
Yeah.
It'll definitely work.
can we
Oh,
test it
it's-
before we
Just
buy
back in
it?
general.
Give me an Arcana check.
Oh, me? Whoa.
No, Esme can.
Okay. I was like,
She's the only one that knows really what she's talking about with arcane stuff.
Sure.
With the roll, what you got?
D&D Beyond's just had a fit on me.
That's right. You can roll a physical dice if you want, and just tell me what you got. Say again.
15 plus whatever my
Was that 15? You broke up a second.
23.
Oh, nice, beautiful. Yeah, so this will make you immune to any diseases specifically. So yeah, if a creature tries to disease you, such as the Slards,
That's
that
what
would
I
be
was
classified
pointing
as a
out.
disease.
Yes.
It'll definitely protect you against that.
Awesome. I would suggest this is definitely worth buying. In fact, I'd go so much as if I have enough money, I will buy it myself.
I was gonna say I'll pitch in for the party. If we want to split it between everyone.
Yeah. I
I don't mind
definitely
just paying. I've got a lot of money, so I'll just throw it at the ground. Yeah, I'll get 150. I'll just throw it at the grounds in front of the guy.
No worries. 150 gold pieces. Mark that off.
Yep.
So there's also the Potion of Heroism, Ring of Free Action.
How much is the free action ring?
That one there is 500 gold pieces.
I'll buy that too.
What?
No
You got
worries.
that much money? Wow.
You guys did just sell a lot of stuff, so
All right. Yeah. I'm sorry.
I'll give you the link. Mark off 500 gold pieces.
Is that attunement?
Yes, that one is attunement.
Okay, so I've got too much attunement.
So yeah, you can have 3 items attuned. So
Yes, I've got 3 now. So I'll
what's your third one that you got attuned?
I've got the magic rod, I've got the magic horn, and I've got the magic axe.
Magic horn.
Does the horn need attunement?
Well, I don't know. I
don't
just
think it
assumed it.
does. Not everything needs attunement.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, right now I'm tracking that
Just the
your
axe.
axe does, and now this ring.
Okay.
count as a disease, Bryce?
Say again?
Does the axe count as a disease?
No,
It's
that's
cursed.
a curse.
Okay.
No, my axe is blessed. It is beautiful.
Blessed. It is
It
a
is
very
the
nice
finest
axe.
axe the lands.
It just gives him some anger issues.
Did we cast bless on the axe?
No.
It is blessed. It's a reincarnation of my dear departed wife.
Did she have anger issues?
She did.
I mean,
She's
she's the
very
half-orc,
angry.
so
Lady.
need anything else because I'm not really a shield bearer on this one.
How much is the shield?
The shield is 1 second.
It's a cool shield.
Oh, it's a bargain. 300 gold pieces.
I got 145. If
I'll be like,
Beck,
since
Elspeth,
we
do you have
bought-
anything?
No, can we try and bargain? It's like, since we bought these other 2 items, can we get a reduction to cost?
Give me persuasion.
Okay. Yeah, no, 4.
4? He's
Yeah.
like, well, no, I've got to make my money back on some of these things here. So, 300.
Trade you a horn of silent alarm for that shield.
Do you use the shield? Do you use two-handed weapon?
No, I'm gonna give the shield to Elspeth.
Oh, okay, yeah, sounds good.
I'm going to speak to Elspeth quietly whilst these lot are looking over their magic items.
No worries. He'll give you about 25 gold off if you offer the horn.
Can I buy the horn back at...
No, that's not how it works. You can buy it back for 50 gold.
So the horn's only worth $25.
That's what he's willing to offer you for it.
So how much was the shield
What
again?
we're short of
300?
money.
What are you talking about? I'm buying you. You've got a shield. I'm buying you a better shield. It's got an eyeball on it. I've forgotten the magic thing on it, but it's got an eyeball.
What does the shield do?
The shield gives you advantage on initiative rolls and perception checks.
That sounds pretty cool. Do you want that, Rebecca?
I'll
We're
give
trying
you
to
some
buy
money.
it for Elspeth, are we?
Yeah, I think she's the only one that uses shields.
Grant, before you sell your horn, do you want me to give you half the money? How much money do you have?
I've got 145 left.
All right, I'll
So
pay for the
nearly
rest
half.
of it. So what was it?
Okay,
300
done.
minus what? I can't maths.
So you'll need to put in 155.
All right, I'll do
I
that.
am now broke.
Done.
It's like life.
Lamb and Esme, what are you guys up to?
So what was it? 155 removed.
Idrach.
I'm mostly wondering where this lot got all their money from.
I've not paid
You
for
just
anything.
sold a whole bunch of stuff.
I got $710 for that at the half plate.
Yeah.
I've only got
Spent a whole bunch of money
$57.
selling all that armor and weapons.
So Beck, you're going to get a splint armor, and now you've got this shield as well.
Oh, a splinter armor
And I
and
started
shield.
with a whole bunch of money as well. with my starting, I think. I can't remember.
Could you do a link to the shield so Beck can
Yes,
Yep.
please.
If you're buying it, mark off that
Yep.
money. Give me the
Done.
link.
Oh, shit.
There's the shield.
What about my old shield then? Am I just going to carry that around?
No, we'll go back and we'll sell that off as well.
Oh, okay.
Get some money from it.
Yeah, you can get another 8 gold for selling that if you want.
Yep. Who's going to take the 8 gold? Grant, do you want to take the 8 gold since you're
As,
buying me
as,
everything?
as
money.
you hand over the money,
Okay.
just reels back here. That's good. Good me there. Right, last sales. Pack it up. Anyone else want anything else from in here? Last chance.
Where is he sleeping?
Bryce, can I do a medicine check?
Go for it.
19?
Sounds like he's allergic to something. But there was a bit of a flash. The light kind of brightened for a second as he sneezed, and you see him reel back in. Excuse me there, brother. Right, last chance. Just packs up and he rolls up his blanket that's sitting on the ground with the last bits and pieces on there.
So he was sneezing to, what was it, Azzoth handing him the gold?
He just seemed to start sneezing
Oh,
after
okay, so
Azzoth
it's just
finished
in
buying
the
it.
vicinity. Okay, alright, cool. I'm just trying to get...
Well, there, brothers. It's been a pleasure doing business, and always remember. And he disappears in a burst of white light.
See ya.
What would it be to identify the spell he's just used?
Give me an Arcana check.
I think I'm trained in that. 2 seconds. Get the right tab open. I'll say, log me out of D&D Beyond. That's at least a 19, but I think it's a 22.
No worries. Look at him. It didn't look like he cast any spell at all. He was just in the middle of talking, started sneezing, wrapped up his stuff, sneezed again, and then he just disappeared in some sort of teleportation spell, but he didn't cast anything, he didn't mutter any arcane rituals, he didn't have any material items that he saw, he just seemed to bamf out of existence. Almost like it was accidental.
Not long ago, an accident,
Yeah,
and
like he didn't
summer
mean
had
to.
arrived, but it was winter inside the castle.
The castle?
Elsa was playing. Oh, sorry.
Hit yourself, woman.
She's
Emma
talking
wanted
to
me.
Gergie.
Emma, yeah, Gergie wants me to read Frozen to her.
Aw.
Sorry.
Nice. Cool. Alright. Has it been?
Hasn't been too long, but anything else you want to buy in town? There's a general store as well if you guys want to buy any just normal adventuring stuff or anything else.
Is there anywhere we could buy scrolls of magic?
Ask around? Unlikely.
I'm assuming we're in
Geode
Hexblood,
doesn't know
so
of
no.
any magical item stores in town.
We're just a simple fisher, shipbuilding town.
Is there a like a notice board that we might see
Text.
some jobs on, or
Wanted list.
your wanted list? That's
I'd like to
probably.
leave town.
Hmm?
I said I'd like to leave town. If no one else has anywhere they want to go, I'd like to head to Nova Breeze.
Well, we're still going to wait for our armor and sword to be made. Depending on if it's
How long's that going to take?
the rest of the day.
If you want to try to make your way down to Nova Breeze, 1, 2,
It was just going to be this, that.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to 11 days.
Oh.
There's a bit of cross country across the plains.
Well,
yeah, 10 to 11 days of travel.
What were we heading there for? Or what were you heading there for, if we knew? Do we know?
I've just said that that's where I'd like to go if we've got nowhere else to go.
Is that on the way
Sounds good.
to the Prime Hold?
Ish.
I'll drag you across.
Sorry, just-
It's a bit of a detour, but it's starting to head that way.
Yeah.
Let's drag you across so I can
I'm just trying to
show
get,
where we're looking. So essentially, just drag everyone across here.
Yep.
Where are you? Freehand. So yeah, if you're gonna go there, probably easiest way would be down here along the Aasimar track,
This
then
thing?
kind of skirting its way down
Okay.
south once you get in through there across the lighted plains. Alternatively, you could go all the way down possibly and go back up through the swamp, but that would add an extra few days of travel and skirting the river there.
I'm happy to go direct route. I've got nothing better to do, so I'll be like,
Yeah.
I'm good.
The track along there is probably the easiest going.
Yeah, I'm happy with that, and then see where that goes. Cool. I agree that we can go, but I'll just let Idrach know that we're still just waiting on some gear before we can pack up and leave. If he wants to...
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, there's no rush. It's more just there didn't seem to be
Where
much
to next?
doing here. Where to next? That was my vote.
Yep. Agreed.
Yeah, so it'll take about 10 to 11 days if you guys want to buy some rations. There's a general store that you can get rations at the standard price, which would be... Give me a second. Drink here. Put this into there if you guys want to have a look if there's anything else in particular wanted to buy.
Is it possible to buy a second wagon?
Yeah. I'd say there's if you ask around the place, there should be another wagon available.
Why do we need a second wagon?
Because I'm getting fucked off walking.
Well, currently you've
I'm
unloaded
still
all of the gear in your wagon, so it's empty. So you could probably fit 4 or 5 of you on the wagon. Now,
Yeah,
that
it's just
doesn't
sort of
have any
there's
goods.
about 10 people in our party, so if we can get a second wagon, we can all ride.
Can you drive the second wagon?
Who's pulling the second wagon?
I'm the one who drives the bloody wagons.
Yeah, but who's going to pull the second wagon?
The
What?
oxen?
Isn't there? If you buy a wagon, you're going to buy a horse or a...
Yeah, you'll have to buy a
Yeah.
beast of
An
burden
ox.
to pull it as well.
Yeah.
Gergie can do it.
Gergie's a bit
Yeah,
small.
I was going to get a beast of burden as well. It was more just I'm tired of walking. We've got a whole load of money.
Could we hook it up to a road train? Get 3-4 carts going on the...
If you reckon you can run a road train, you've got the technical ability to do it. I'm all behind this.
Yep. In my town, we always ran road trains.
You are proficient at vehicles.
And I've also got the strength, to
Yeah,
have a
I'd
couple of
say you're
horses
strong
on it.
enough. Yeah, you'll have to buy another oxen and another wagon, and then I'd say it's fairly simple to hitch them up together if you want. So all up, if you want to buy another oxen, how much would that cost? You're gonna have to buy a bit of feed for it as well. So 35 gold for a wagon. And 10 gold for an ox.
Can I see if there's a?
So yeah, 45 all up. Idrach if you want.
Is there a horse available in the stables?
Yep. What sort of quality of horse are you after? A riding horse or a pack horse, or like a war horse?
A mix between a riding and a war.
There isn't a mix.
More riding, I guess then.
So yeah, a military horse is essentially like a riding horse. There's extra training. So you're after a riding horse, are you? Do you know how to ride a horse? That's the next question.
I don't know, but can I learn?
You can certainly try.
How much is it for a horse anyway?
If you make your way to the stables and ask around, riding horses are 10 gold pieces each.
How do I know if I'm good at riding a horse?
Are people all right for me to pay for this wagon out of the opals we've got?
There you go for it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Cool.
Yeah, that'd be 45 gold. You're probably going to have to buy feed for your animals as well if you're moving pretty, consistently throughout the day.
I was going to say, if I spend 50 gold, will that cover us to get to Nova Breeze?
Yep.
So
yeah,
5
for
gold's
animal
worth
feed
to cover the 10 days.
Yep. Yeah, that'll get you enough animal feed, and the wagon and,
Cool.
and the extra oxen.
I'll do that. That way no one has to walk.
What gives you extra proficiency, gives you the proficiency for riding a horse? I am a knight. It's fake knight.
Doesn't she technically know how to ride a horse if she's a knight?
Would be classed as vehicles?
I've been brought up around horses and stuff, and on my
Yeah, so
travels.
you're more brought up around boats and stuff.
But I don't want to do boats anymore since I died and now can't sail. Blah. Sorry.
That's right. I'm just thinking how we should decide this.
Yeah.
She buy a book and then when she gets to the next town, buy a horse? Maybe learn it
I mean,
on
you
the way.
can try learning on your way, but I'm just thinking if you may have.
Do I have a
Give
book
me
already that she doesn't need to buy a
Sky,
book?
give me just roll a straight d20.
Straight D20.
If you get 10 or let's say 12 or above, you know how to ride.
14.
All right, you know how to ride well enough. You're not super experienced, but you know how to ride well enough.
Okay, yeah, decent enough.
Doesn't animal handling do horses and riding?
That's a good one, yeah.
To a certain extent, you can still be able to ride without
It
animal
was more
handling.
to the fact of, do I know how to ride to once I pick up this animal if I have to do animal handling from that, most probably.
Yeah.
It's
What's
mounted
your
combat
animal
anyway. You just
handling
gonna
modifier?
sit on the back and just ride.
0.
Yeah, if you're trying to ride it in combat, then yeah, it's going to be challenging if she's not good at animal handling or cavalier or anything. Yeah, what's your animal handling modifier, Sky?
0.
Yeah, so
I know how to ride.
you can stay on his back just on the trail. You've done a bit of riding,
Yeah.
some of your mercenarying.
Yeah.
In combat, you probably wouldn't want to sit on the back of it. You're probably going to go arse over tit.
That's fine with me. I will buy a riding horse.
So it'd be 10 gold pieces, an extra 1 gold for enough rations,
So
some hay,
11.
oats, and whatnot.
Cool. No one else wanted a riding
Actually,
horse.
sorry, no,
Ooh.
that's the total one. Give me a second. No, sorry, correction on that. 75 gold pieces for the horse, 10 gold for the saddle. So 86 all up if you want to buy food, horse, saddle.
You said that rations were available for the regular price, didn't you, Bryce?
Yep, so that should be 5 silver pieces per 1 person for 1 day. If you want to do
I will buy
calculation for me.
sufficient rations to get us there.
How much?
Sufficient to get us there. So I think there's now 10 people in the party? 9
Wait, give me
people
a
in the
second.
party.
Jude, Azzoth, Elspeth.
How do we get so many people?
And then you got the followers.
Ah, yes.
So Ariana,
So I
Magnus.
count as 5
Paul.
people these days.
Yeah, you count as 5 people essentially. So yeah, you got 9 people in the party.
So 9 people at half a gold each is 450, 4 gold, 4.5 gold a day. So call it 12 days to give us some spare. Plus we've got about 30 days worth anyway.
And in a pinch, the companions count as rations.
And we're now at a level where Bet can just cast create food and water and feed everybody for 1 spell slot.
As long as you have spells at the end of the day. Yep.
All right.
I'm not planning for it. I'm just saying if it became necessary.
And as long as she has taken, one of the spells
Using
to
it, yeah.
prepare
I
that
have
spell.
that. I have that spell somewhere in my book that is on my
Did you
list.
choose it though?
I
But
think
you
I
have to
did.
prepare it.
You
So
gotta
yeah,
I'd like to
if you're
prepare it.
planning on using it, you have to have it prepared that morning.
So you just
Oh,
work
okay.
out your spell book. Just you can exchange one.
Yeah, I might have to exchange one then. Yeah.
But if that's what you're planning, that's going to chew up one of your spells. But just plan ahead.
It's
That's
more
what
that we
we
don't need to do
next
it
journey.
until we run out of rations, and then if we do run out of rations, we've got a fallback.
I was going to say we can run out of as long as we're like a day or two before we run out of rations. I'm pretty sure I can prepare it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So in a pinch, you can, if you run out of rations for whatever reasons, easily do
Cool.
that.
Yep, we'll do.
All right. I will
No
buy that
worries.
horse, and then we'll have a horse there if we need to do other things with it as well.
No worries. So mark off 86 gold. So you've got enough feed for it as well.
She's channeling Catherine the Great.
Right, I'll have to find another horse as well. That's cool.
So we're basically a small travelling farm at this point.
Pretty much,
You're
yeah.
getting there. Slowly building up. So we'll say that that's taken pretty much the rest of the day. You guys can swing on back via the blacksmith and grab whatever you had with you. So whatever you had ordered. Pay the rest of the gold for that. Make sure you mark off that.
Yep. Done. And so, was he successful with the great sword? With that's the other thing.
Yep. So your great sword. Now you can mark it down as silver.
Does that? What
You
does?
can see his. So pretty much a lot of certain magical creatures and undead creatures have resistance against non-silvered or non-magical weapons.
Okay, so I'll
So
just
it's a
put
cheap
silver blade.
option to have a magical weapon, essentially.
Okay. I've just written down.
He's good against werewolves now.
Good against
Oh.
werewolves if you run
Yeah.
into them.
Alright, sweet. And I will remove that other great sword.
Yeah, you've got splint armor now. Beck?
Alright.
The AC's 19.
Woo!
Actually,
Tanky. That fancy new shield as well.
the shield has got this, so it gives you advantage on initiative rolls and advantage. Sorry. Advantage on wisdom.
Alright, so while you guys are sorting out all your new shiny toys, everyone loves a bit of shopping. Towards later on in the afternoon, evening, starting to cool off with the sea breeze coming in now. You make your way back to Bilius's house, and out the front door, seemingly waiting for you, you can see a young man just sitting on a barrel next to the door, just sitting there with a small pocket knife, just trimming his nails and cleaning himself up. He's got these tall black leather boots, a rapier at his side, and he's wearing a clean linen shirt with most of the top buttons undone, with his showing off a bit of his chest. You can see his chest is like shaved clean, no hairs there. He's got a delicately oiled moustache twirled up at the tips, and a tricorn hat on his head, black tricorn with silver edging. He's in there, and as you approach, he looks up and, "Oh, Geode, how fabulous to see you again! A little birdie told me that you were back in town. How are you?" He hops up and comes up and grabs you by the shoulders and gives you a kiss on both cheeks. "Oh, and who are your friends?" "Oh,
Who's this again? Sorry.
So you recognize him as one of your childhood friends, a certain Jack Sparrow.
Jack Sparrow. What?
I didn't name him. One of you guys named him from your intro episode. He's one of your friends that you
Yeah.
fought with in your intro episode.
Jackie boy.
He's grown up now into quite a flamboyant sort of individual. And he gives you a big hug and big kiss on each cheek. It's like, "Oh, you're friends. Oh, fabulous. Oh, a pleasure to meet you all." And he gives this flamboyant, curtsy, not curtsy, like waving bow.
I'll be like, leave off the act.
"Oh, no. This is, fantastic. Any friend of Geode is a friend of mine. Here, how are you? Oh, and comes up to you, Azzoth. He's like, "Oh, I love your, very, very sturdy, strong shoulders there. Yes, beautiful tusk you have there. Oh, lovely.
You make me uncomfortable.
Oh, and that hat. Oh, what is your name with this beautiful hat? Oh, I love the skulls. Oh, very stylish. What might your name be?"
Idrach?
I'm Idrach, and if you touch my hat, I'll kill you.
A joker you got here.
No, I'll
Lovely
just
hat. Oh, look
tell
at
him
these.
he's a cranky one.
Yeah, don't touch the hat.
Oh, but your boots are lovely as well, though. Oh, beautiful colors.
Touch the boot.
Very, very fancy friends, Geode. It's nice to meet you all.
Do you have
there's-
any interesting wares from your travels that you've? No.
Oh no, not really. I honestly, I haven't really left town. I've, taken up the family business. He tries to get me out on the fishing boats every so often, but I honestly prefer to hang out in the inn personally. But don't tell him that. Shh.
Oh, was he the one that dobbed on me?
No, that was a couple of Earth Genasi that you've seen.
Okay.
And yeah, the bit of small talk
Yeah.
back and forth, and he tells you that he doesn't prefer the Fish's Tail Inn. He prefers the other one. The Bucket and Bilge, he says, "Oh no, that's a much classier establishment. And their wine is top shelf. Much nicer. Better on the palate." He seems to be, he grew up in this dodgy fishing town, and he's probably putting on these fake airs of.
Hence why I said leave off the act.
sophistication. After a bit of back and forth, bit of small talk, he goes, "Oh, I do hate to be a bother, but you're much better equipped than I to deal with a certain matter. I was wondering if you'd help me out."
What's this matter you're...
"Oh, well, our old friend Alejandro has run off to join those dreadfully depressive Exodus folks. I tried to talk him out of it, you see, but never quite got over seeing old Kamikaze and Timmy die in that battle when we were kids. Never seemed to get over it. Poor old Cammy and Timmy. But I thought you might be able to talk him around, cheer him up a little bit, seeing as you died and all in that battle, and you got better."
Jeez, thanks for that. Reminding me. Yeah, awesome. So what's he joined?
"Oh, that Exodus mob. They seem a dreadfully depressive folk.
Oh, those
Yeah,
are the
quite
guys...
cultish. Now that you mention it, yes, quite cultish. One would describe them as. he ran off a few days ago to go to their camp. He said he'd had enough and nothing made sense anymore, and he'd gotten one of their pamphlets from somewhere. I tried to talk him out of it. I told him, terrible idea. You're not going to have a fun time at all. Just come and have a drink with me. You'll dance and party. You'll have much better time. But he was insistent.
Well, I can see
Packed
why
up
he
his
ran
things.
off. It's the same reason why I left town. I'd rather be out somewhere else.
Oh yes, there's plenty of adventures to be had in the world, I guess. But those folk, they all dressing so blandly in their brown robes. Quite the boring
In
lot.
friend of Geode's, I'm sure we can go and help.
Exactly.
Well, it really would be appreciated if you could send him back. I miss
I'll
the
have
chap.
a word with him and try and get him to see some sense.
And you guys had heard that their camp is pretty much on the way of where you're already planning on traveling. If I drag you across, it was just down the track
Yep.
off here. If you guys can see that, somewhere you'd heard that it was about a day and a half's journey from your current area.
Yep, cool.
So yeah, if you guys want, you can pretty much swing by there on the way to check in on him.
What can you tell us about this Exalt group? What do you know about them?
Exodus.
Exodus, that's it.
Oh, well,
There was
I
good
don't
stuff on
know
that.
much
We've
about
met
them.
them a few times.
Have we run into them before, have we?
Yeah, so you've met a group of them coming when you were going down south to Arnery Waters, and they were coming their way up north. You had a brief conversation with them, and essentially they believe that the world that you're currently in is pretty much purgatory. They believe that the world ended during the war when the Celestial Gate went down. And yeah, whatever everyone left here is, having to atone for whatever sins they did, so they can ascend to Utopia.
Oh yeah.
So
The cult.
they're sick of, definitely vaguely cultesque. Very much cultesque.
Alright, yep. So I'll look to the other guys and I'll be like, we'll check in on him and try and get him to...
Fantastic. All right, well, it's been a pleasure. I need to keep running. My father insisted that I get home tonight. I don't know what he wants with me, but he was very insistent. It's fantastic to see you and talk to you again.
Good to see you again, sorry. And
Gives you a big kiss on the both cheeks again and a big hug.
I'll just slap him on the back. Like a bear hug.
And flaunts his way, prancing off back along the jetty. And
As he's moving off, I just sort of roll my eyes.
very interesting, flamboyant individual that he grew up into being. I can't remember who named him Jack Sparrow, but you did. I can't remember who decided
I
on that
think
name.
it was Beck.
Yeah, I think it was.
Alejandro was Grant. I was Timmy, and Ellen was
Dusty.
Cammy.
I really don't remember doing that.
Don't worry, I took notes.
Cool. Alright. So, we've collected everything? Yeah, we did, yeah.
Yep.
And I've come striding in with the horse as well. I'm like...
And we've hooked up the road train.
Yep, so we'll say
Yep.
you guys have managed to hook up the road train well enough. It's not too challenging. You figure it out after a bit. You're used to wagons and everything else. But it's quite later on into the evening now.
Pack it in for the night, stay for one more night, leave early morning.
Yep, sounds good.
Sounds sensible to me.
As long as we don't get loose in the evening, I'm fine with this.
Alright.
No worries. So as you guys make your way back into the house, Bilius is sitting there, just plonked himself down at the table. It's like, Geode, me boy, how'd you go today? Have a good day, my boy.
Yeah, it was great, and I'll pull out the great sword, the family heirloom, and I'll just lay it on the table in front of him. It's like, I've upgraded it to...
That's a fine looking piece of weaponry there. Looks like they did a good job. You get that done with the blacksmith, my boy.
Oh yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Lovely. That'll get him good and proper.
It's good. Alright.
So, You're gonna come out on the fishing boat tomorrow, there, boy.
No. I've got another further mission. We've got to head off early tomorrow.
Oh no, nonsense. I'm sure all your friends are quite capable. They can take. I could do with a hand out on the boat tomorrow. So,
I'm sorry,
yeah,
Pa.
I'm sure you'll be. And he looks quite crestfallen. You can tell he was. Give me an insight check.
Yeah.
9. Do I have extras? 1 second.
No, she hit us.
Insight, you said?
Insight.
Yeah,
Was
9.
she? No, she was facing me.
Yeah. You can.
Yeah, but
You know your dad fairly well. You can tell he's
Bang
a
on
little bit
there.
upset, but
Right,
he's pretty
Where's your
much.
So
Alciana?
I'm doing that like awkward boy hand behind the
Yeah,
head.
give me
I'm like,
five.
Pa, I've talked about this before.
But you can't blame a dad for trying. But I understand. You want to see the wider world. But, turns to the rest of you guys. Make sure you take care of me, little boy. I don't want him dying again.
We're sniggering, going, yep.
You little boy, I guess. And give me a second, lad. Give me a second. And he stands up and staggers his way off out of the room and comes back a couple of minutes later. And he has a package of some sort. It's something rolled up in some oiled sailcloth. And he knocks it down on the table. I got a little bit of a present for you there, Geode, boy. Open it up.
No, you didn't have to, duh.
I insist if you're going to be going out and about. I want to keep you safe.
Okay, start opening the package.
And as you open it up, you can see. Here, I'll just copy and paste this so you can. I'll send it to you later. It's a beautifully crafted harpoon. You can see this multi-pronged head with barbs facing back down, connected by some steel bracing onto a beautiful, finely carved wooden haft, and then around the base of the harpoon, where the butt end of it, it's got these tiny little fine filigreed arcane symbols running around the base of it.
Is this the thing that?
And you can have a look at that there. He goes, it's just a little bit of a gift I've been getting some folk. I sent it away to get it enchanted. I'd be hoping you'd come back. But this little beauty, you'll make sure your catch never gets away from you. And when you throw it, you just have to call the secret word. And he leans in close to you and whispers what the secret word is. If you click that link, Sky, you can see it.
Click the link. What am I clicking?
I just put a link into the chat.
Secret words, blancmange.
That's right. I'll message you the secret word that he whispers.
Can you message me the link as well? Because I can't open it with that page. It'll take me out.
Yep, sure. Hold on a second.
Sorry.
That link's working.
Works for you?
Oh no, but like if I click it, it's going to take me out of the Roll20 into that.
Oh, no worries. That's right. I'll just send you on Facebook. There you go. So you can open that up. And then I'll message you the magic word.
Oh, it says page not found.
Oh, really?
For the
Link's not working.
Oh.
No, the magic words,
It's a
blancmange.
dog. It's a dog.
That's right. I'll copy and paste what it does.
It's alright. Will that work on the heavy crossbow now?
No.
So is it worth? Can I just taking with us?
Yeah, so you can just throw it. You can have that, on your back or whatever, and you can just piff the damn thing.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Yeah, the harpoon, you don't need a harpoon gun per se.
Oh, okay. That's what I was thinking. I needed.
No, it's a throwing. Essentially treated as a javelin.
Yep.
But when you speak the magic word, when you throw it, it'll reel out a line of ethereal rope that connects to your wrist, and it'll do 1d6 plus your strength modifier damage.
Yep.
And if the creature is large or smaller, it's grappled. And until that grapple ends, it can't move any further away from you.
Okay.
So it can move around in a circle like it's on a leash.
Okay. So
It
I
can try to use an action to escape the grapple,
Thanks for the water.
and you can make an opposed athletics check to try to reel it in closer as you can pull it in. And you can use it once per short rest.
Okay. Yep. Cool.
It counts as a magical
Does
weapon.
that mean
plus
when I roll for initiative, I get an advantage on it? And
Sure
then
does. Hello. we
Keith
can
Wish
hear
was
you.
muted.
Oh,
yeah.
sorry. I was
That's
just
all good.
asking for it.
But yes, it gives you
Yeah.
advantage on initiative and perception checks. But yes, Sky, you have to yell the magic words when you
Okay,
throw it,
thank you.
otherwise it won't work.
I'll be like, yeah, okay, that's all good. Oh boy.
But yeah, so you guys can all settle down for the evening and get your long night's rest. Ariana has come back to town. And yeah, if you ask about her, she reports that she took a blanket out there with her as well, and he seems to be holding up fine.
Excellent.
Alright.
But yeah, you guys can have a long rest and settle down. And
Can I sit on mummy or daddy? Oh.
in the morning, Bilius seems to sleep in. You guys pack the wagons and get set, and eventually he makes your way out, and you see him wiping something on the corner of his mouth. He's like, "Ah, Geode. All right, I guess you'll be off."
Yeah. Thanks for putting us all up for the last.
Alright, that'd be fine. You and your friends are all well. Oh wait, give me a second as well. And he hobbles his way back inside and comes out, and he hands you each a small pouch with 50 gold pieces in.
Geode, I think your dad's infected.
Infected.
He's like, here, I forgot to give that to you. As promised, the 50 gold pieces for assisting with the attack.
Sorry,
Thank
I
you.
forgot about that. Did we notice anything last night that he's like looking unwell and?
He's just been throwing up.
Yeah, he's been throwing up.
Okay.
He was throwing up the day before.
Okay.
He did get hacked by one of the slards.
Yeah, I completely forgot about that. Thank you, Dan.
No.
Dad, are you feeling well?
You know, I did have a few too many drinks earlier today, but I'm fine. I'm all good.
Those lizard things, we know that they if they hit you with their claws, they infect you with grub.
I'm sure it's fine. I've
No,
been bit by
Dad,
all sorts
Dad,
of fish type
trust me,
creatures.
listen.
No, it's fine.
I've been out in the world
The
further
insect-
than you have. I know this.
Well, give me a persuasion check at advantage.
Oh god. I don't think. Hang on. Is my persuasion good? I keep on.
Did the surgery, yeah.
Oh god.
No.
18.
Oh,
No
Well,
drugs.
I guess I haven't been feeling too good since we fought that. I thought it was just me getting old, but I mean, maybe there's something about it.
For your son, can we get one of Esme to check you over, just so I know that you're going to be okay for the
All
next.
right, I guess so. All right. Well, what do you need to do there, young lady?
climb the table.
All right, back on the table, I guess. All right.
You might want to.
Takes off his shirt, and you can see down on his side, you can see still where it's just starting to heal up. These three massive puncture wounds where the claws have punctured in through his side, down on his lower torso.
I'll give Dad a leather strap, and I'm like, you might want to bite down on this.
Yeah, grabs a bottle off the shelf, has a swig of it, then bites down the leather. All right, lady, do your worst. You want to roll a
Surgery
medicine
for
check?
everyone!
Medicine.
At advantage, if you guys are all helping, and then you can add that extra +2 on top. You're getting good at doing these surgeries. Hi, Moose.
Yeah, so 23, 25. 25, Bryce.
Oh, beautiful. Just keeps getting better.
Yeah.
Pretty good at this surgery.
You're getting very good at these surgeries.
Done.
Yeah, so
Get a appendectomy at the same time.
you have to poke into a couple of
Appendectomy at the same time.
different
Finish
cuts. It
house.
looks like this slug has started to crawl its way deeper in the previous day, but you managed to get a hold of it. and pull it out fairly easily. And he just grunts as you have to reach deeper into one of these wounds to extract it, but yeah, you confirm that you put it out. Looks like there's a little bit of infection was starting to set in. And he grabs the bottle off the shelf and pours some booze on the wound. And he's like, one for me as well there. And yeah, it's all right, Geode, me boy. I'll be right. Anyway, yeah. Well, I guess so. But bottoms up. It's good for what ails you. And sculls the rest of the bottle. Anyway, you best be getting off there, everyone. So he returns your hug, and you guys can set off on your journey.
On the road again.
So as you guys start making your way out of town, about an hour out, you can see tucked up, rolled into a ball on the side of the road, just sheltering in the ditch. You can see Marco, the young cleric that you had helped out and rescued. And as you guys all come around the corner, he sees you. He stands up and it's good to see you again. I'm glad you come. Thank you for the food last night. It was greatly appreciated.
Quite all right. Join us on the wagon.
Thank you, and he hops his way up. Well, boss. Where are we going? What's the plan?
We're going to go and visit the Exodus cult. See if we can rescue some of the poor benighted souls that they've entrapped. And then we're off to Nova Breeze.
See the wizard!
Off to see the wizard? Oh, Nova Breeze. I've heard of that city. I heard back in the day it was quite a sight. Well, sounds good to me. Shall we? And he settles himself down with a blanket wrapped around him. You guys continue moving on. Freya's running around going crazy. I guess whoever wants to, whoever's kind of leading the way, give me Moosey's running around too. Give me a survival or perception check.
That'd be you, Beck. Are you sitting next to me?
Where's your dice?
Oh, okay. I've been using the.
No, Mummy's not. No, Mummy's making the food for you. Sorry, guys. Give me a sec.
That's good. And you have advantage on perception checks as well.
Yes, I do. Give me two big ones, please.
Two big ones.
Okay, you roll that one. I'll roll this one. Ready? 1, 2, 3. 13 plus 4, 17.
No worries.
What is my perception?
Yeah, there you go. Right. Plus 4.
Yeah, no, I'm just looking up.
Give me a second. God, there's so many people now. Gurgi. Got PCs. Okay, you guys to position yourselves accordingly. Mule. There's a couple of oxen on the carts. So many people now. That's all right.
Get rid of Gurgi.
You can't get rid of poor Gurgi. Oh god, I need to make these carts bigger.
I just meant he can sit on my
Emma,
shoulders so he doesn't
no.
have to take up space.
Alright, so essentially let's just gather all you lot around you. You're pretty much all gathered around on these carts, so you can stick yourselves wherever you want. Azzoth, yep, you're on the front. He's here. Let's say the goat's tied to the back cart. The goat and the donkey are both tied to the back cart. And Geo can be there as well. Where's Gurgi at?
Sitting on my shoulder.
On the shoulder. Beautiful. Damn it, let's just drag all you guys into the middle there. Because reasons. Alright, so as you guys are moving away, it's starting to get... after lunch, you've had a brief rest to just feed the animals and let them have a stretch. And Elspeth, coming from the east, well, if you're heading down south, so coming from this direction, You see a couple of dots up in the sky that rapidly start growing as they're coming towards you. And last moment, you just hear these screeches roar out from them. As you see...
That's mage armor.
3 large winged creatures come storming down at you. With that roll, I'll let everyone, if you want, take an action and then roll initiative. So you can cast mage armor on yourselves if you want, or you can move somewhere, jump off the wagon, and then roll initiative. Yeah, these 3 large winged figures are rapidly approaching, and you would recognize them, fairly easily recognizable as they close in, as griffins.
Ooh.
Let me just sort out some initiative.
Makes sense. I'm at the back.
So yeah, you guys can move yourselves if you want as well, or cast whatever you need to on use.
Oh, is that my turn? Oh.
We all get an action
So
because
you can each take an
Okay.
action or a bit of
Beacon
movement.
of hope!
Do something before you move off.
Beacon of hope!
No worries. And then roll initiative and remember what we're up to.
Beacon of hope.
Oh.
Beacon of the Pope.
Beacon of the note! Beacon of the note. Or the hope.
Let me just
Hope.
color code these guys so I can see which one's which.
It's just retreat.
I'll grab a glass.
Right, so
I'm going to dash this way.
there's only 5 of you guys. Sky, you can come inside. You're about to get murdered by griffins. As the last little bit before you finish for this evening. Good boy, Moose.
If my action, can I
So-
dash?
Yep, you can. Yeah, sure, you can run your way out there. They're currently still up in the air.
Yeah. Yep.
They're still about 60 feet up off the ground, diving in at your position.
What are you doing?
Initiative.
You get advantage.
Yeah, no, I did.
Everyone rolled? We'll just wait for Sky to roll. She's just trying to get Frey back inside. She's having fun running around.
Solid 8.
Solid 8. Alright, so screw it. Idrach, what did you get?
I broke double digits for the first time in ages. 10.
Huzzah! 10! Esme?
5.
5.
Yep.
Can I
I
get the
got
context
16.
of what's happened?
16. Yeah, I'll tell you in a second. Just roll initiative, Geode.
19.
Oh, nice. And Azzoth.
8.
And 8. Cool. So essentially, you guys were traveling along, moving your way down south, and Elspeth spotted these flying creatures rapidly approaching your direction. With a screech, they look like they're diving onto your position, and so you guys can move yourselves around.
Do we have a picture of what they look like?
No, but you should be able to see on their token. They're
Yeah,
clearly
just saying.
griffins.
Yeah, no, sorry, I just moved up.
Right, so let me just do this. Got.
Can I move up to back Azzoth up?
Yep. So yeah, with because you spotted them coming, you can move yourself.
First, my.
Yep.
Echo.
Yep. So yeah, you can essentially take a turn whilst they're closing on your location.
Okay.
A reaction.
Right. So you got one here.
I'd like to move back.
And then Idrach, what's your initiative? Sorry, what's your dexterity?
My dexterity's 14.
So it's a +2. Can you roll a d20 for me again?
Oh,
Straight roll.
9.
No worries. Cheers. Right. So first up.
Hold up. Can you bring my echo in, please?
Yep. Sorry.
Thank you.
And everyone else is happy with where you are?
Yep.
Geode's Echo. There you go, wherever you want it.
Thank you.
And Geode's up. Actually, give me a second, I need to go to the bathroom. 1 second.
So do I.
Oh, I gotta remember what I can
Nope,
do.
it's stuck.
Oh, hang on. We've had a long rest, haven't we?
Horrible.
Long rest. Okay.
Alright, so what are you doing, Geode? So these things are still about 60 feet up in the air, diving down at like a 45-degree angle. 10, 15. About 45 feet up in the air.
How long is the reach for the harpoon again? 30? Sorry, I didn't put that in.
Yep, so yeah, 30 feet. Technically, you can throw it out to 120 feet at disadvantage, but I didn't include it there, but the rope is
Okay.
30 feet.
That is all good. I will take out my heavy crossbow and I will shoot this middle one.
Do it.
Oh, nat 1 plus 7. 8.
It's a new crossbow. You pull it out and go to shoot it, and realize that
plus 5, so that would have been 6. Sorry.
You'd forgot to string the crossbow. You're like, shit! And you spend your action quickly stringing the crossbow instead.
All right. Yep.
With a nat 1.
Yep. Makes sense. All good. Yeah. We'll leave it as that.
No worries. In that case, over to Azzoth.
No, I'm 8. I should be.
Was it? Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh god, Jesus Christ! What's my? Oh no. Thing is screwing up.
I'll go.
Here we go. We're back. No, sorry. Elspeth is up. Elspeth, your turn.
You muted yourself. She wants to do Scorching Ray at 3rd level.
At 3rd level.
No
Unmute
worries, I
yourself.
think. What's the range of Scorching Ray?
120 feet.
Yep, easy.
Which one do you want to shoot?
Attacking who first?
No one's attacking anyone. They're flying.
Didn't you bring in the new book token?
I'll just go the blue guy.
The middle one?
Go the middle one.
Oh no,
Okay.
she hasn't brought him in yet.
80 feet away.
Well, she hasn't summoned the book yet.
Oh no,
Sorry.
sorry.
I thought one of those pillar thingies was the book.
No, they're the cards. They're just a bit too
Okay,
small.
that
I
makes
need to
more
make it
sense.
bigger.
Sorry, I'm
Most-
zoomed out.
So with Scorching Ray, she's done 4 bolts at the middle one. And she's pre-rolled, so she's rolled 15 plus 7.
Yep.
19 plus 7. Yep. Is this next one a 15 or 18?
Either way, they hit. Next one.
Yep. And then 6 plus 7.
6 plus 7. What's that? Yep, that'll hit as well.
15.
Yep.
Okay,
all
so
hit.
Rebecca, roll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8
Should be
D6.
8 D6s. I'll just do it on the computer.
Okay,
It's easier.
Yeah, that's a lot of D6s.
8 D6.
Hey?
Yep.
I'm not. Oh.
Do I
86?
plus everything?
No, I don't think you do.
Obviously, on a playful
No, I
mode.
don't get it.
Fire damage. 31 fire damage.
Whoa!
Nice. It's just these multiple blasts of fire emerge from the cart and slam into this griffin and just screeches in pain.
Mm-hmm. Do you know anything else? No, there is, but
It's done?
oh no, that's a spell. Let's do
Spell?
spells.
Oh,
Let's do spells. You could move.
No, I'm fine.
What are you doing? How did you get to do that?
Alright. In that case, where are we? This one here is going to continue diving down
Which one?
at
Okay,
you
that
two
one?
here.
Yep. Okay.
Yep, this one here. It's going to take, let's see here. It's going to do 2 attacks at Idrach and 1 attack at Ariana. So, it's going to do a beak and claws at Idrach. So 1 and 2.
Some very impolite things to say about our fighters.
So first one
Hey,
hits, second one misses, so you take 7 damage.
they're
It's gonna
flyers,
take
and
Its next claw attack at Ariana. She takes... Oh. And the griffin completely eviscerates her. tears her guts out and just sprays blood across you.
You kill?
What my sidekick? Is she dead? Dead?
Yeah, she's got 4 hit points.
Rations.
She's her guts are just torn clear of her body, and she just yells and with the last dying breath just looks and raises her hand up at you, Idrach, begging for some sort of assistance as you see the life leave her eyes.
But definitely dead. Not. I can healing word her back.
Nope, she's proper dead. That did.
Nope, that's fine.
Yeah, did double her hit points. The risk of having squishy little followers. On the plus side, you just gained another one before.
Yeah, but now I haven't gained another one.
Yeah, sorry. This one here is going to fly straight down and try to slam into. It's going to come here and do a claw and a beak at Azzoth and a claw at Geode. So these first 2 are at Azzoth.
That hits.
And that one, second one, you managed to knock its claws aside, but its beak just chomps down into
I'm
one of your
going to just burn a superior dice and do a
riposting. And second claw attack onto Geode. Swipes its claws down your armor, but doesn't manage to penetrate.
2, 1 plus.
And yeah, this is the one that was mashed by flames.
25.
Yep, that'll hit. Give me damage.
Damage is 1d12.
I also need you to make a wisdom save once you're finished.
Oh, yep. 6 plus 5, 11.
Damage.
Yep.
Beautiful.
And a wisdom save.
Isn't it?
An advantage. Wisdom's plus.
At advantage?
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
Beacon
of
of Hope.
Beacon of Hope.
Oh, yeah, beautiful. Nice.
Here you go, Emma.
15. I made 15.
Yep, that'll do it. It made 15. Sweet. And then this one here is going to fly down and try to grapple the donkey.
God.
It's going to make a strength check. Lamb, do you want to roll a d20 for me?
Yep.
I don't think the donkey can beat that, but we'll see.
Donkey got an 11.
Donkey got an 11. So the donkey has been grabbed by the claws of this griffin, and it's grappled.
I'm really not happy with our fighters.
They're birds. They can fly over the top of us.
So why did you charge off at them when they were above you?
I just want to go berserk and kill everyone.
You moved your follower out of the way and left her in front of the heavily armored cleric. That's that turn. Idrach, your turn.
I cast Sacred Flame on the griffin in front of me.
No worries.
Water.
That's a natural 1, so roll damage. Well, I could have just clicked on there. I don't need to roll manually, but
1 point of radiant damage.
doesn't it go up at level 5?
Oh yeah.
You're welcome. Yeah, I think it's
Thank
two
you.
dice now.
9 points of radiant damage.
Sounds better.
9 with a burst of radiant energy blast into this eagle creature's face.
And I'm going to instruct all of my other followers
It's fine.
to move back. I thought I'd moved them all. Clearly, I only got Magnus and Paul.
That's what you get. So yeah, they'll continue to run and hide behind. Esme seems like a sensible place for them to hide.
Incidentally, the donkey is tied to the cart.
Mm-hmm. Tracking.
Oh, they're behind me. Don't look behind me.
Azzoth, you're up.
Okay, I'll take a swing at this one over here.
Oh, do you want to move around it so you get advantage? Sorry.
Yeah, if you move up to here, you'll get advantage.
Don't do that. You're moving away.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I might just stay here for now. Give a smack.
This
Nat
is looking
20.
rough. Oh, yeah, nice. Roll
And
that.
I'm also going to do maneuvering attack. So that's I've got 3 left superiority dice. Maneuvering attack is when you hit a creature with a weapon attack, you can spend 1 superiority dice to maneuver one of your comrades into a more advantageous position. You add the dice to the damage roll. You choose one friendly creature you can see or hear me. So I'm picking Idrach, and I'm going to tell him to get out of the way. So you can use his reaction to move half its speed without provoking opportunity attacks.
Yep, sure can.
So you can move
you
Idrach.
move 15 feet. Idrach.
And quit your whinging.
So, what was the extra point that you got for your superiority roll?
Yeah, so make sure
Um,
you.
Does that double as well?
Yep.
What's that?
Any dice that you're rolling double.
Alright.
Oh, okay, shit.
Add them
Okay,
all
so
up.
now I'm going to
Plus
roll
critical,
3 d12s
3d12 plus.
because of damage attack.
Where can I?
Plus 5 damage. So I'll do that one, and then I'll add the damage, the other one.
Yeah, make sure you double up those superiority dice as well.
Okay, so this is the normal one.
You can cast
Yeah, feel free to not roll the rest because as this griffin is rearing up for another swipe, you just slam your axe clean into its clavicle and rip it out, and just bright red blood sprays across you as it is dead.
And then we'll use my movement. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 down to this one. Oops, shit.
Yep.
That's right.
And I'll do my second attack.
Mhm.
This one, so 1d8 plus 8. Well, I'm going to do precision attack and burn through another one. So 2 left.
If you don't want to, 12 does hit,
Oh,
but you can
what?
still roll it anyway.
Oh, I said it, so I better.
That's right, roll it anyway.
And
I
then
don't
I'll.
think the rules whether you may have to announce if you're using it before you find out if it hits.
No, for precision attack, it's when you make an attack roll against a creature, you can spend 1 die to hit it. You can use this maneuver before or after making the attack roll.
Some of them you
But
can,
before the
some of
effect.
them.
Yeah. So yeah, I know some abilities you have to announce it before I announce yes or no if it hit. Other ones you can announce, yeah, that hits, and then you're like, okay, I'm going to
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
smite it.
It does say before the effects of the attack, so that's why I was like, you did
Okay,
tell me.
yeah, so yeah, no, that makes sense.
That's right.
So yeah, you have to announce it before I say yes, it does hit.
Yeah.
No worries.
Anyway, so that's gone. 1d12 plus 5. 9 damage.
9 damage.
Yep. An action surge.
Do it. 2 more attacks.
Take all the time. 1d8. 10. Precision attack.
Plus anything on that 10? Oh no, you rolled a 2 plus 8. Yeah, you can chuck a precision attack on that.
So 1d8. Fuck. 12. 12?
That hits.
Ah,
Yep.
sweet.
Their armor class is 12.
1d12 plus 5. 11 damage.
exclude Sky and
Last attack.
the fireball.
12 plus 8. 22. And I'm going to do a menacing attack. So I've got no more superiority die left.
No worries. Do I need to make a wisdom save or something?
For menacing attack, when you hit a creature, you expend 1 dice. You add the superiority dice to damage roll. Must make a wisdom saving throw. Then on a failed, you're frightened. That's my next turn.
That's a 17.
That passes, yeah.
No worries.
So
So you're just
1d12.
hacking into this thing's back.
So 18 damage.
18? Ooh, boy.
That's it.
This thing is just chopping. Feathers are just flying everywhere as you're just hacking and chopping into this thing's back and flank. And it's looking pretty goddamn unhappy. Azzoth, you're done. Esme, you're up finally.
I am going to cast Fireball, and I'd like to aim it. I'd like to aim it here.
No worries. So let's. What's it? 30 feet.
It's
10.
it's anything within a 20 feet radius.
20 feet. I thought it was 30. That's right. 20 up.
A couple of things
Then-
have updated on D&D Beyond, so I don't know if they've.
Oh, that's right. I just can't remember off the top of my head.
Okay.
Actually, no. I'm thinking a different spell.
Oh.
Right. So whereabouts you're trying to make it hit both of those? Do you like that?
Yeah, I need to make I want to hit this dude here and this griffin here. So I might be better off aiming this, like here.
So that's the area that you'll hit. Is that white ring?
So it's going to
Yeah,
hit
but
all of
can I bring it
Well,
closer?
so she can ignore a certain amount of people. How many people can you protect?
I can protect.
You've also got the oxen in here as well.
You got
I
a whole
do,
lot
yeah.
of things.
You've got 1 ox, 2 ox,
The
you got
donkey,
Azzoth,
my
the
horse.
donkey.
Bolt spells.
Where's your horse? Is your horse still here? I need to make a horse token.
Yeah, I
Sorry,
would have
peeps.
probably jumped it off and.
Okay, yeah. So we'll say there's a horse.
Wait, thingy.
Be
Be probably hitched up near this oxen or something.
It will say you were riding next to them. So yeah, there's another horse there as well.
Fine. How many people have I got in that circle?
Sorry, give me a second. I'll just drag in horse as well so we can count. Horse is now. I do have oxen on there. Horse is now an ox.
2, 3.
Is it more than 4?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm sure
You can hit
Azzoth
me.
can take a hit.
Yeah, you can hit me.
For me.
Is it going to kill the animals too?
No, so she can craft the spell around. She knows
Oh,
1 ox,
okay.
2 ox, a donkey,
What's this token
a
here then?
horse, a goat,
Yeah, so there's like.
Azzoth. Yeah, there's like
1,
7
2.
people in that ring.
Yeah.
If you cast it over here, there's
Yeah.
Geode, Azzoth, donkey. Oh, sorry, horse. Geode, Azzoth,
But
horse, ox.
7 again.
No, there's only 5 if you
5,
cast
yeah.
it here.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you count the goat, the ox, and the my horse. And then.
Where are you
Oh
getting
no,
6
hang
from?
on, I'm counting both my geodes.
1,
Unless you
2,
want to
3.
count your echo.
No, sorry, I was counting my
Yeah,
echo.
if you
But
cast it here, there's 5 in the square. And I'm sure either Geode or Azzoth don't mind getting hit.
yeah, I think my armor class is. Does it armor class affect it?
Dex.
Dex, should be okay
But
to try and
you guys
roll
are tanky enough.
that. Yeah.
17. Does 17 hit?
Well, you don't roll to hit, you just roll damage. They roll to avoid it.
Okay, so
Don't they just
rolling
lift off
dex
of-
save.
Just
Is
roll
it?
8d6.
I thought it was just I have to hit and then.
No. So this is just a massive blast of fire. So essentially, you just point your finger and you see this tiny little bead of orange light leave the tip of your finger, just silently drifts out or shoots out, and
Again.
just erupts into a wall of flame that just surrounds and encompasses that whole area. And you can see through your arcane expertise, it molds itself around the donkey and the goat and the oxen and Azzoth.
Yep.
And slams its way into Geode and the 2 griffins. So you just straight roll damage.
Dex
28.
save, as in the save.
And yep, and then Geode and the 2 birdies will try to save.
Alright, do I have to roll a separate dice for my echo as well? Or just do I count it on the same?
It doesn't matter because it takes half damage, so it's dead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, even if it makes a save, it's still dead.
Yeah, but it'll help.
Dex save, is it?
Yeah.
9.
Azzoth, you're fine. It's crafted around you, so it doesn't hit you.
9!
9. Okay, so you take full damage.
How much?
This birdie takes full damage, and this. What's your DC, Ellen?
16.
15.
16.
16. Okay. This one just succeeds. So this one will take half damage, but it's beat to hell. So how much damage did you roll?
28.
Nice. So this one is
Is it
completely
just
engulfed in
confirming?
flame.
28?
28.
28, thank you, sorry.
No, you're good.
This one takes 28 damage as well.
Because it's dinner time.
That's right, we're almost done.
No, it's all right. It's just the dogs come and kind of go, excuse me, excuse me.
Right, that one's done. Anything else?
No, I'm good.
Cool. Back to the top of initiative. Geode, you're up.
Fine, this one's done. I'm going to run
finish patting the flames out that have engulfed you.
Ah, God, I'm pressing all the wrong things.
30, yeah, you can get up close to it.
To there? Okay,
Yep.
Yep, sweet. As I'm going down there, I'm going to bonus action and recall my echo to come over here.
Mm-hmm.
And then try and hit it again. So do I have to hit it with the crossbow or did it?
No, you can pull your greatsword out as you're running.
Okay, cool. Great sword, you. It's not at advantage, is it? Oh, nat 20.
No. Oh, nice.
So that is 2d6 on a normal. So that's 7, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
Nice.
How's he looking?
Real rough. So you can see all his feathers are singed. You just get that nasty smell of burnt feathers. He's still holding the donkey in one claw, trying to pull it away from the back of the cart, from the singed rope.
Cool. Then I'm gonna unleash incarnation and have my echo.
Anyways, roll it.
He got a 12 plus the 7,
Yep,
I think.
that'll hit.
Yep. Okay, so this
Your
is
damage.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
10 damage.
Yeah.
You're still up, but almost simultaneously, the two of you would just drop these great swords, jagged, shark teeth great swords into this thing's back, hacking into its wings. It's just screeching and roaring as the blood starts to pull out. And Elspeth, you're up. It's looking extremely rough.
So it's looking pretty
Finish
bad.
him.
Yep.
The red
super
one,
bad.
right? Yeah. Okay, so I'll just do guiding bolt at second level on him then.
No worries, roll it.
I did not do a guiding bolt on him at second
What'd you
level.
roll?
I rolled
What'd you
2 plus a 7. That's a 9.
Not quite enough. With all its feathers flying everywhere, you manage to blast a couple of the tips of its feathers off, but don't get the hit. It's up to its turn, and realizing that its two nest mates are being viciously cut down, it's going to try to run.
Can we take a
letting go of the
reaction?
donkey. You sure can. So it's going to try to run. Let's go of the donkey. So you can take your attack of opportunity.
Yeah, no. That was a 2 plus 7.
That's a 9. So it can fly 160 feet away. Does anyone have anything that has enough range to hit it still?
Yes.
No.
Oh no.
Ellen does.
120 is my limit, yeah.
150 is my limit.
Yeah, so
I
it's
can take a
160.
step forward.
Run after him.
Yeah, so yeah, if you run after it and then use your firebolt or whatever you're using.
Yeah.
Yep. Geode, your heavy crossbow, what's the range on that?
Heavy cross. Oh.
Feel that has enough range to hit it. I think that's 400 foot.
100 to 400.
Yeah, so you can take a shot with disadvantage if you want.
Another shot?
Well, so essentially we're going around to everyone's turns.
Oh, okay. So disadvantage.
So, Idrach, can you take anything at your range?
I'm just double checking what the range on my cantrips is.
Yep.
I miss again.
No worries. Because yeah, essentially everyone can take one more attempt to hit it before it's going to be out of range because these things fly fast.
I should have chaos bolted.
Yeah, it's about 160 foot from where it started, which was here.
No, I wouldn't have rolled it
So,
anyway.
Idrach, anything?
No, I cap out at 60 feet. I've got a light crossbow, but I think that's out of range as well.
Yeah, that'd be out of range.
Would my
Azzoth, you probably
echo-
don't have anything.
No, my echo would have had to react as it was moving off. It's all
Yeah,
good.
it had to use your reaction.
It's okay.
So yeah, Esme, you can take your firebolt. I think you were thinking of.
Yeah. I need to take a step forward by 10 feet.
No dramas. Give me that roll. See how you go.
Fingers crossed.
As it's flapping, like one wing's barely moving, but it's managed to kick itself up into the air, struggle its way up. What'd you get?
10,
Can you make a dex save, Bryce?
20, 28.
No, okay.
It's making a dex save.
Yeah.
What are you hitting it with?
Fireball.
Fireball. Jesus Christ. All right. I'll say it is engulfed in flame, and it's got 3 hit points left. So suddenly, just a small sun appears, engulfing this griffin in it, and doesn't even make a squawk as it just spirals back down 60 feet to the ground, slamming into the
Are you sure
surrounding
there's any
grassland.
bird left of it?
It's cooked. You probably got dinner for tonight if you want, pre-cooked. And we're out of initiative as the battlefield goes quiet, with the smoking remains of a couple of cooked chooks.
I'm gonna pat
And the
down the
hacked up
last
one
remaining
left.
smoulders on my armor.
Your horse is kicking and bucking after being engulfed in flame but not being injured. The donkey down here is still pulling at its rope and trying to squeeze up and hide underneath the cart, but it doesn't seem to be
Did you want
injured.
me to make
And
animal handling
What?
or anything?
yeah, see if you can calm it down. And Ariana is laying lifeless on the ground with her stomach just torn to shreds.
9.
I will gather her up and take my other acolytes, and we'll go and go off to one side of the road.
No worries. So as you collect around the body, Geode, you try to calm your horse down, and it boots you in the knee, bending your knee back. You take 6 points of damage.
Okay, yep.
But you eventually manage to calm it down, and the impromptu funeral service moves off a little bit from the road.
I think that's the most damage I've taken for a while.
You need a hand digging a hole, Idrach?
I was going to burn the body,
Fair enough.
and sacred flame will engulf it.
So you bow your head, and everyone gathers around. I don't have a new token for your new character, unfortunately. I'll get him ready for the next episode. You'll gather around.
All the prayers are sort of, if the other members of the party are gathering around, they're almost directed towards me.
Okay.
They're bloody well not.
So they're kind of, well, from all of his followers there. May you seek guidance as you move into this next light, and may Idrach's embrace follow you into the next life and keep you safe there. All those sort of things. Paul is just sobbing, just tears rolling down his face as he just goes to hold Ariana, and he puts his hands back in there, he's covered in blood, and he's just smearing blood down his face, combining with the tears. And then he walks over to you, Idrach, and he just starts trying to hug you. He's just blubbering and snotting.
I hug back and sort of pat him gently on the back, going, there, and say encouraging
Is she asleep?
words.
Is she asleep? She's gonna wake up.
She's not going to wake up, Paul.
Are you gonna take care of her?
Eventually, yes, but for the time being, her spirit will wander free. She cannot transition to the afterlife.
We are. And he just wanders back over and stands over the body. And yep, as sacred flames light up around the body, and before long, she's reduced to just dust in a scorched patch on the short grass on the side of the road.
Well, as they're doing that, I'm just gonna gut this griffin and get dinner prepared, like into choice cuts.
In that shit.
No worries. Give me a survival check.
Me?
Better this
Charcoal
time.
meat.
No, for Geode.
Oh, no, the dice hate me now. That's a 1 plus 3, so 4.
Most of this
Very hacked up.
Most of this bird is well and truly overdone. You cut off some chunks of meat, but they're pretty singed and they smell like burning feathers. It's edible. It's a bit messy, but you got enough food there for everyone to eat. It's some tasty chicken, but it's kind of hacked off not neatly. It's not hard to cut some chicken legs off, but it's nothing fancy. but yeah, you've more ripped through them instead of cut. But yeah, you've got enough food for everyone to eat tonight, so don't need to mark off any rations. And it's getting later on into
We're
the
all
evening.
marking rations anyway. We're not eating that shit.
What's that? Say again?
We're not eating that shit. We're not
Alright.
eating Griffin flambe.
Well, Geode might be.
Yeah.
It's a
You guys don't
delicacy.
have
That's
to.
on Geode.
I'm a half orc. I'll eat it. It's-
So anyone who doesn't want to mark off
I'm very
rations, you can
vegetarian.
have some griffin,
I'm a
or you can have
the
your
nature of
rations.
vegan.
You can eat some grass.
I eat grass.
Eat grass.
Oh, look,
You can eat
it's
some of
like
the
green
donkey's
grass.
feed.
So I've got bread and cheese and wine and nice food.
Sorry, that's not vegan friendly.
She's vegan now.
Oh.
But as the sun is setting, you guys can set up your camp on the side of the road. There's not really much cover around; it's just open grassland. And we'll call that there for an evening.
So are we
Just before
taking...
we finish,
Could I cast a spell, please?
Sure can.
It's called Tiny Hut. It takes me 11 minutes,
Oh.
but I can fit everybody in.
It's like a Harry Potter hut.
So do you want to describe it, or do you want me to describe it?
I'm happy for you to describe it. Right, if you like.
Alright, so you spend 10 minutes sitting down and setting up a series of small crystal beads, and then after 1 minute, the ritual completes. I guess 10 minutes if you cast it as a ritual. And you see just swelling up from the surrounding grassland, a dome of force just starts to grow into existence and surrounds you. What color would you like the dome to be? You can make it, any color you want, essentially.
Or blue.
Blue, so a nice sky blue color dome, just very slightly see-through. And inside, if anyone steps through, it's just a pleasantly warm, nice, comfortable. Feels like a nice campfire's burning in there.
Are we going to fit all the animals in as well?
So you can fit 9 creatures in there.
So I think we can
9
fit
people.
everything but the oxen, like the donkey, goat.
We've
and
got
horse.
Elspeth, Paul, Magnus,
Oh, shit.
Marco,
Yeah.
Esme, Idrach, Azzoth,
6,
Geode,
7, 8, 9.
and
The 2 oxen.
no, there's 8 people,
One.
Sky.
Yeah, there's 8 people. So you can fit. Paul will try to bring the donkey in with him.
Who's not on the map then?
Marco.
Oh, okay.
I don't have a token
sorry.
for Marco yet.
Yeah, okay.
I meant to make one, but I forgot
All
to.
good. No, it's because his counter wasn't on there, so that's what I was missing.
Yep. If Paul tries to move the donkey in, but Esme as well, as part of casting this spell, you can dictate who can come in and leave.
Who do you
so
want to boot out?
you can essentially be the bouncer, and if you don't want Paul bringing the donkey to cuddle with, to sleep with the donkey, you can.
I might just step outside. Can we see outside the thing, the dome?
So yeah, you can see from the inside out, and it's up to Esme. Can people see from the outside in? Is it transparent or is it opaque?
You could see from the inside out. You can't see from the outside in. The donkey cannot come in, but when you're inside, you're also protected from any spells or magical effect.
Yeah, Paul tries to unhitch the donkey and tries to sneakily, not very sneakily, but tries to sneakily lead it inside. And he walks through the barrier, and the donkey doesn't seem to want to walk through this what looks like a solid wall. And Paul keeps pulling it, and it just butts its nose in. Paul tries to pull it again, it butts its nose in.
Go and explain to Paul that the donkey can't come in.
I'm gonna also say to Esme, it's greatly appreciated what you've done. I'll stay outside for tonight and look after the animals though, just in case they spook, because they can't see us inside, so they're essentially just.
Well, up to you guys how you want to run it, but
Unless
if you wanted to still run a picket, you can.
I'll give you the horn of silent alarm, Geode, and I'll go into the tent.
Okay. Did you want to run picket, or you just want me to stay out here for the whole night?
Okay.
I'm just.
Point is, you don't have to run a picket.
Yep, but the animals are still hanging around outside and like being all shifty in a new area. They can't see us inside the dome.
Aren't they tied up?
True.
So they're hobbled. It's fine. If anything happens, they'll make a noise and we can hear it.
I mean, you don't have to come.
I mean, if you want to stay outside, by all means.
It's okay.
Up to you guys. But whatever you decide, we'll call it there as you guys are starting to get settled for the evening.
Cool.
How long did it take them to make that 10?
Took me 10 minutes.
Takes 10 minutes.
Okay.
Yep.
I can't use a hit now, can I?
No, that takes an hour.
Yep.
No worries. We'll call it there for an evening, everyone. It's starting to get a little bit late. So,
Yep.
Good session. First death, unfortunately. Other than that, we're back on the road again. Back to adventures.
On the road again.
Sweet. To our viewers, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned for
I'll
the
give you
next.
your dinner now. Fine. Sorry, guys. I'm off.
Feed the puppies.
Okay, yeah. Stay tuned for next Sunday afternoon for the next episode of Deicide Wars, or Tuesday night for our Lost Mines. Until then, peace out. Bye bye.
Me too.
Right, kill more people viciously.
Bye, guys.